Hey there! Welcome to #drunkengaming. I am Darren Bone and we are here with our exciting episode 2 of Sleigh Bells Ring. Are you listening? Because we're going to have some fun tonight. Everybody got that little pun? Alright,
I'm too sober for this.
Tonight, yeah.
Is it wrong? I think we should come up with like a theme song for, Sleigh Bells Ring, let jingle.
Well, we got to be careful because there are some Christmas songs that are public domain, which is fine. But then there's some that aren't. Anything after the 40s, we can use. So.
Anyways, here we go. Tonight, I am drinking Stout Law Josie Wales by Weathered Souls and Red Horde Brewing. This is a Imperial Stout brewed with cold brew coffee, steeped coffee roasted in Red Horn Coffee House Brewing Company, and heat pour pieces. Now, last time I had one of these, we had a little bit of a accident. I ruined a rug and I got into a lot of trouble. So
Baroness still hasn't forgiven him.
Sometimes these higher ABV beers, they got a lot of sugar. Sometimes they have like a secondary fermentation. They foam a lot. And this one is notorious for that. So if that happens, I'm gonna teach you guys a little trick. So can't say that we're not an educational program. So here we go. Open this.
We're an educational program now too.
Hell yeah! See, there it goes.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
It's a volcano of booze.
And so basically, open it over a vessel. I like to choose a
serving
measuring.
That way you don't lose any of it.
That way you don't lose any of it.
Something with a funnel you can pour it easier with.
So.
And see, I would say chug that instead of the full beer. So.
Well, now I gotta get something to.
I know. It looks like.
It's still going.
It's still going.
Yeah.
I should have gone with the 3-cup.
Yeah.
So the 2.
It looks like Multi-Meal.
But.
It really does. It looks like Multi-Meal.
Well, this is how I ruined a carpet, and I got in trouble.
Are
or
you
a
sure
rug.
you weren't drunk and knocked a beer over?
No,
this was legit how it happened.
Because he was leaning back when he opened it. If you go back and watch the thing, he opened it and he wasn't expecting. He was like, and we're like, oh shit.
Okay.
That's not supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, she's asking, where's my carpet? Where's my carpet?
Yeah, we were like, she's never going to let us play her again.
Yeah, we had that discussion when that happened that night that Baroness isn't going to be happy with us. Yeah. She's going to be very, very mad. You may just need to drink all that fizz out real quick.
Oh, no, it's all good. We're wrapping down. I didn't do all this in the background, so it's.
He wanted to make sure that anybody who bought it,
right,
would have the same issue.
Well, I mean, you'll find beers like this on a regular basis. Like not this particular one because there's not that many of these left out in the wild. Well, I mean,
it is a Stout Law Josie Wells.
Yeah,
so
it's true. It was released last year, so I mean, a lot of us have drinking them already. So there's a few left out in the wild.
But I notice it's got a lot of coffee in it, so when you want to be an awake drunk.
Well, that's the best kind of drunk, because you can keep drinking.
Yeah.
You sober yourself while you drink.
What's the best way to cure a hangover? Never stop drinking.
Yeah. So that's going to be a very slow pour.
What's...
you might want to start...
it went right to the edge on the lip there. Holy...
Yeah.
It really does look like Multi-Meal when it bubbles.
And that's just freaking looks like it's all froth. Where's the actual beer?
Yeah, it's going to be a slow pour, so you can watch me drink this in the background. It's going to be a minute.
No chugging tonight with that one.
Just...
He chugs, it's going to be mostly air.
Just got to wait until you get,
I mean, you notice the measuring cup now has 2/3 of a cup or so of actual beer in it after all that.
Yeah. So, and I didn't lose a single drop.
And
except what you had to wipe off.
But. Right.
Well, that doesn't count.
Alright, so where we left off was they were back at the house after delivering one of the kids. Night's going by and y'all are winding down to get some sleep, at least 2 of y'all.
You're talking about those 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to go off and scout the area,
Always.
get some fresh air.
Always.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth for me.
Question is, do I actually roll, or do I just take the 36?
Just take the 36.
Okay, I take 10. For those of you wondering how I can do that, there's a feat called Assurance.
You are caught. No, I'm just kidding.
Basically, it means you're allowed to take 10, so it's like if you were to roll 20 times, your average roll would come out to 10. That's the purpose of the feat. I took it in my stealth as my level 1 feat because I knew I was going to be using a lot of stealth.
As you can see, the Baroness's
familiar.
I guess
Azrael.
At this time, I should talk to my familiar.
Yeah, you can go ahead and talk to your familiar. You can send a message through it to your patron to see if your patron would, talk back to you or come to you at any point. You can ask any questions.
Help with your familiar, or do you got it?
You can ask any questions you want towards your familiar, and they may be answered at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you want to
have a live familiar? So
go ahead and roll your occult.
Which one is that?
D20.
D20.
And then
What are those two?
the bigger ones.
16.
16. Add that to your occult skill.
She's already freaking rolling good. Again.
Brand new dice.
Apparently, it's not beginner's luck because she's a chick.
Yeah.
While she's doing all that, I am writing up my report real quick, and then I'm just gonna take a.
Add that to what again?
Your occult.
So whatever your occult skill is.
What house are we sleeping?
Huh?
33.
Where are we sleeping?
33 overall. Okay. Go ahead and talk to your familiar and
Okay.
ask it to send any kind of message to your patron.
Could you get any more closer to me?
No, you have to whisper.
The kid that had the locket
Okay.
with the family's hair.
I'm staying at their house.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Y'all are down in the sofas by the fireplace, just in
And
case.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna study.
I'll have you roll for something in a little bit.
Study the evidence.
You can just text it to me.
No, that's fine. So you're gonna study the evidence.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and So this is gonna be a reroll knowledge. So that's gonna be your perception for this because that's what you were using.
Now, as an investigator, doesn't he get bonuses to that stuff?
Yes, because this is part of the. This is still part of the main investigation. The case is still open for the most part.
Because we're still missing a bunch of
Yeah,
kids.
they're still missing kids and all that stuff. So go ahead and roll perception.
Did you pick up where you left off last week?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
But the good thing is that's a 25, 27.
Good thing for those bonuses for that class.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the soot, you could tell that you had scraped from the fireplaces. They all match for the most part since it's all the same wood. It's all the same wood that came from this area. There's little particulates here and there that you saw from inside the cave. The little bit that y'all spent in there. What other evidence did you pick up?
Let's see, what other evidence did we pick up?
You tried to pick up the soup, but the soup disappeared.
Yeah.
I got the glaive.
Yeah, he has the glaive.
Did everything from the hag disappear?
Yes.
So I don't have that.
Except for the fingers that you took. That Llewellyn was able to
Learn
the rune from.
Every time I think about the fingers thing, all I can think of is the movie
I
Red.
think that's all I really.
Yeah,
I
that
wrote
you
it all
took.
down,
Yeah.
actually. Inspector.
This used to be a gentleman's game.
Uh,
Let me see.
Your familiar is having a good time, but he keeps looking at my mask.
I made a sketch of the gray symbol.
okay.
And yeah, since the soup disappeared.
Okay, you took an etching of or you drew the symbol for the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, you're a bit tired from everything that's happened. Your best thinking does tend to happen when you're asleep. That way, you don't have all the distractions of the outside world.
Yeah.
Llewellyn, what are you asking your familiar, or sending through your familiar to your patron. Is there any specific questions you want to ask, or?
Well, I was wondering if we could find out who the master is.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Any other?
Where are the rest of the children?
Okay. With that roll, okay. Your familiar Ezreal just kind of looks at you. It's like, message has been sent, mistress. We shall see what happens.
You've got mail.
TNT. As you're out in the...
Actually, we should do the Monty Python. Message for you, son.
As you're out in the night air and kind of getting fresh air on your skin, I need you to roll a will save for me.
Ah, crappy. Is this any kind of like sleep or paralysis?
No.
Okay.
The madness and all that's gone once the Sun Orb was used on...
34.
34? Okay. You can feel your hunger.
I know that's what I was going to.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, crap.
Yeah. You're a vampire now, man. You're gonna roll hunger rolls.
Not familiar.
You
but
feel the
pretty
hunger
tasty.
inside you, but you're able to squash it a little bit since you haven't taken any damage. The usage of your shadow powers wasn't too extensive.
The real question, I guess, becomes: is there any animals I could just draw from just to?
Yeah. With your license, you're able to see all the people in town, all the kids. You can feel everybody's strong for the most part. The only thing you can really feel around the town is maybe some hares, some snow rabbits, some stuff like that.
Take 3 or 4 of those.
There's a small herd of deer or elk, a hooved animal, about a mile off.
I can get there pretty quick.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. Most animals at this point, even the nocturnal ones, are in their dens hiding because of the blizzards that have hit the area recently.
I'll go after the elk herd and go get something to eat.
Okay. As you go out there, go ahead and make a grapple real quick to take down an elk.
That's just a stealth check, or is it going to be athletics?
No, it's going to be athletics.
24.
Yeah. They're strong, but not that strong. Yeah, you managed to use your shadows to pounce on this thing, and you wrestle it down quickly and sink your fangs in.
Tasty.
Go ahead and roll a will.
Madam,
Only a 28.
I do believe this is your cat.
You can feel the rush
Shouldn't
of
even be.
the blood filling up inside of you again,
Just getting a feel for you.
and the beast inside you
Sniffing
likes it.
around.
Oh, yeah.
It wants more. Roll another will.
37.
You can control the beast right now, if you wish. You can stop anytime you want to. You can stop right now, or you can continue to feed if you wish.
I don't want to kill the creature. It may need to be left alive for other people to actually eat.
Okay.
If
So-
the cat has to go hunting, so I'll
Yeah.
stop.
Okay. So at that point, you pull away. You kind of nick your thumb with your fang, and you close the wounds on its neck, so other predators won't have an easier time getting it.
Such the courteous vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I try to be cognizant of the fact that I'm, need to have food myself, so it's best. Should worst case scenario occur to have living creatures around.
Yeah. All right.
The more the merrier, because, I don't want to try and, kill a witch or an investigator on accident.
It's true. It's true. There will be a point that if he takes too much damage and there's enough blood around from living creatures, he
I'll
will
lose
have
control.
to.
I'll
Yeah.
lose control and go into a
If
rage
he fails
and
his will saves on that, he's screwed. Y'all are screwed.
Y'all
Let
backup
me
characters?
see if I can come up with anything to.
Yeah.
Do y'all have backup characters just in case?
Just in case.
No.
He's got Row.
I need to read up on some
This is my first
vampire
time doing this.
protections. Just do some
You're gonna walk around with a big old silver cross and garlic. Like, what happened? Nothing. No, you're wearing like garlic clothes as a necklace. Well, nothing.
And he gets up close to you and just touches you. He's like, all right. Yeah, you're fine. Your hunger is satiated for the night.
Good.
And you are fine. As y'all drift off to sleep, Dahlgren, not much longer before your mind comes back to the cave and looking around it, and go ahead and roll perception. This is a recall knowledge. Okay, that's actually a good roll.
What do you get?
I rolled an 18 with my 21 plus 2.
So you know it's
Yeah.
41.
41. Okay.
Good roll.
Your mind comes to the quandary of how the hell did they get fresh air in there when the entire cave was solid?
I do have my
You're a dwarf too, so
dwarf,
this
I
is
have, like some sense.
yeah. Even though you're not a stone cutting dwarf, you're still a dwarf. I mean, you spent your time in your birth in the mountains. And what troubles you is that there should have been some way for fresh air to get into the cave. Just opening it up quickly with the portals, and that shouldn't have been enough to provide that area with enough fresh air to keep that hag and children and the hobgoblins alive. I mean, the hobgoblins were fine because they kept coming in and out, but anything that was stuck in there. And the only thing that kind of comes back to you is in the room where you fought the hag. It's against the back wall. Something starts bugging you about that wall. But because you didn't spend much time looking at it, you're not too sure. You would have to see it again to test your theory of whether there's something really was wrong with that wall. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Luella, as you're sleeping there, Azrael's just sitting on your chest, kind of purring at you, kind of sleepy purr. You hear a little sound coming from the kitchen area as you're laying down on one of the sofas. You kind of look over there and you can see a figure in there, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like the mom or the dad or one of the kids. You can see Dahlgren sleeping right across from you.
It's not me, is it? She's not.
No. You're still outside.
Okay, good.
And the
from
figure
fire.
picks up a cup and walks over to you. And there's a table right in front of y'all. Kind of sits down on it. The face is a little hard to see. Like, the more you look at it, the more just you kind of forget what he looks like. He's mostly shadowy, but has on this nice outfit and kind of like upper class Victorian style. So, you have some questions for me. Good. I'm glad you're finally reaching out to me, child. So, you want to know who's behind all this? I don't know. That's why I have you. You are my eyes in this realm. As for the other children, wherever they were taken, you'll find out. I have faith in that. I have faith in you. Just remember, I'm always with you. Don't forget that. Because I kind of want to see your potential. I'm invested in you. That's why I've allowed you to have access to all my gifts at this point. I have faith in you that you will use them however you wish. Whether they be for good, for evil, to help that over there or the one out there. It's up to you. I don't care. Your mother raised you how she raised you. It's fine with me. I have no qualms with what she did, what she taught you. I wish she had taught you a little bit more instead of keeping you sheltered in your life, but it is what it is. being an absent father and everything. You can tell he's kind of grinning, and he's come here. I don't want you on the computer.
I was gonna say, so if the patron picks up the familiar and starts playing with it, what happens?
You can tell the familiar, its eyes are still closed, it's still purring, but the tail is just kind of swishing back and forth happily. But I will tell you right now, what is to come, it's going to be tough. We'll see how I help you. If I help you. If you need my help, I should say. I hope you don't, but if you do, I'm only a little simple whisper away. I'm sure Azrael will let me know. Now, he kind of leans forward a little bit. What is that in your pocket? In your pocket, you can feel it's kind of pulsing, that gem you took out of the hag. What do you have there? Do you want to take it out and show it to him?
Okay, I'll take it out.
Okay. As you take it out and you hold it, you can see that purple gem start to kind of glow a little bit. Ah, you took the heart of a hag. Good.
Heart of a hag.
Eat it.
Ooh.
Well, when you're awake anyways.
Okay.
Eat it. Feed a portion of it to Azrael.
Can you
Should be
that
fun.
thing?
Should be fun to see what happens. Be the first time anyone has ever eaten the heart of a hag that isn't already a hag. Ooh, this should be fun. And at the end of that, you kind of startle awake. And you have the hag's heart in your hand. You're like, just looking around. There's no sense of them or anything. Even with your detect magic, there's nothing. And the only thing that's kind of glowing at the moment is the heart. Do you want to eat it real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll follow my instinct.
As you go to... It feels like a gem. It feels hard. But as soon as you sink your teeth into it, it breaks apart. And you can feel this gush of ooze. Kind of like a Gusher's candy.
Uh-huh.
It's not horrible, but it's not good. It's like...
Slimy.
Yeah. It's more of a texture issue if you have one.
I don't have texture issues.
So it's like pudding inside a hard candy, almost. You know, so you eat it, and as you swallow it, you can feel this warmth starting to fill your whole body. Are you gonna feed some to Azrael?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. That's fine.
If you die, the cat lives.
You can. As you feel it, you kind of look at your hands at the heart, trying to figure out the hell it really is. You can see your claws start to harden even further, and they start to get this iron look to them. Your nails are now cold iron.
Wow.
So yeah, it didn't hurt you whatsoever.
So you want to feed it to the cat
Feed
now?
some to him, yes.
Okay. You kind of wake him up. He's like, meow, 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 and he eats it. And nobody else is hearing this. He's like, good. I like this. Meow, meow. Yes, I like this.
Yum, 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 yum.
He,
Is that a copyrighted song?
he finishes it, and he licks his lips. He's like,
I don't think it's thinking enough of it.
Okay.
But at that point, it doesn't look like anything has happened to him. He's just like, I like that. Can I have some more? So that's about it. And you're able to fall back asleep.
Okay.
And I will give you this.
Everybody gets notes cards with cool stuff.
Oh,
on
really?
it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That is what
for
you
you
got
to
from
know.
eating the heart.
Okay.
That's what you get to know. That's for us not to know.
Yep. So your cat has that bottom portion.
And your familiar is sitting in your dice box.
Yeah. And it's looking at the camera. Yeah, so that bottom portion, your familiar will be able to do
Okay.
once a day, at any point. Okay. You fall back asleep. Morning comes what seems like too soon, but you're all able to recuperate. You're fully healed up if you took any damage and recover any spell slots that you need. You spend the morning talking with your familiar again to receive your patron's gifts once more. What do you do?
I wake up.
Wherever you are, if you want to join them again in the
Oh
morning.
yeah, I'll show back at the house at this point.
I need to get back to the scene.
Which scene?
Well, we found the boy. I need to go back.
Okay, the cave. Very well. We would need to use the glaive for that, to open the pathway through the chimney again. Very well. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
I use the glaive and do what I did before, where I kind of stick it into the air around the fireplace. And
Yeah,
turn
as you push it closer towards the fireplace, it starts to glow this like green-blue color, and then you can see the blades start to disappear within the chimney. You do the little like unlock motion, and you can see that the chimney disappears and leads back open to the cave. You're free to walk.
Gloves first.
Let's go. And I just kind of forge in. Or kind of like shove by everybody and go through first.
The one that doesn't have to duck.
Yeah. Go ahead and take the lead there, you miser.
Gentleman first, yes.
I don't want ya mucking up my scene.
Okay. As y'all go back in, it's what y'all left it. The hobgoblins are still there. The blood is still there, and it smells. It's quite bad. Go ahead and roll fortitude saves.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Get your familiar out of the
Excuse
way.
I'd like to get by now.
Excuse me. Clean yourself over here.
Oh, that sucked. 27.
27? Okay.
Am I rolling the
Fortitude.
18 plus 13?
You're freaking serious?
Okay. What'd you roll?
19?
You should roll a 19.
So what is yours overall?
18 plus 13.
31.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, calculator.
You are welcome. I am the human calculator.
21, 19.
40.
You're the only one that's sickened by this.
The guy who,
It's your unnatural sense of smell, man. It just hits you real quick.
the guy who like feeds off of people.
Yeah.
Well, hobgoblin blood
Smell
is really
the
not that
blood.
tasty, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty stuff, man. If you ever tried it, it's pretty nasty stuff.
And with that, I need you to make a will save.
Can't say I have ever tried that.
41.
Okay, yeah. It hits you, but you manage to tamper the beast within quite fast. As you kind of like stepping around the puddles of ooze and guts and blood and everything, and you go back to where the kitchen illusion was as you get in there. Go ahead and roll perception if you want.
Right before I look at the wall,
Okay.
I'll look around the room again to see if there's anything I might have overlooked.
Everything, all of your senses lead you back to that wall.
Alright, yeah, so I go straight to the wall then, and...
Anybody else can do a perception with him. Y'all can get that plus
yeah,
2
the
bonus.
plus 2. That was still a... Luckily, I'm a master of perception, so even if I miss
17?
something...
17 plus your perception. Front page, or the core.
It's 26 for me.
26, okay.
I forgot to fill that part out. 2 seconds.
On core at the very top.
It's at the very top, right?
Yeah. What's that perception?
Right underneath the dip points.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
21.
36.
36, okay.
18, what, 38?
What'd you get?
17?
And what's your perception?
21?
38.
Okay. So with their help, you're able to tell that there's slight cracks in the stone that lead you to believe that this can move.
I
A
pull my
hidden
cane
secret
out.
passage.
Yeah, and I kind of like tap the wall. And
It sounds a little bit hollower than what a solid stone wall would be.
Now, can I shadow step to the other side of this?
You can try. The difficulty is a little bit harder
Can
because
I do one of those
I study the.
detect magic?
yeah, when y'all detect magic, there's... because that's a free thing y'all can do. You don't see anything.
I study, look for anything that looks like it could be a switch.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's whatever I just rolled. 20.
I rolled a 40 to help him find the switch.
Okay. Yeah, as you send your shadows out amongst the stone and along the crack and stuff, it doesn't feel too much like there's a switch or anything, but you can actually move it if you're strong enough.
You're saying I'm not strong enough?
Well, you're not attempting to move it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
You're
I'm
yeah.
a vampire, man.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Now, I mean, you or Llewellyn or whoever has a pick can actually...
I will let the
Try and
investigator
move it.
do his thing.
I'll pull my pick.
Okay.
And,
You're gonna hit that mark. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll an attack real quick, just to see if you can actually hit the. What is it?
perception, right?
No. Your actual melee attack.
Okay.
Can I just use the glaive to pry it open if this doesn't work? Or would
So
that break it?
strength
Or can you claw it open?
plus.
Actually, I wonder, can I just do teleport projectile and just smack it
No,
open?
it's a 6. It's a 9. Double-handed, so that's... No, wait.
Double hands only damage.
Yeah, hold on. I'm rolling the modifier or the overall?
The overall.
Okay.
That's
That-
better.
It's always overall.
Yeah, drinking.
I
drinking a
know.
little bit. This is why we do this.
Yeah, it's overall.
Yeah.
Overall plus your dice roll.
16 plus 6.
22.
There you
22.
go.
You're off, just slightly. But you still manage to lodge it in the stone itself, and you could probably pull, but it'll be a little bit more difficult. Yeah, you can use your claws now that they're cold iron, like they're metal now instead of the really hard bone that they were. And then you can use your shadows to help as well. Both of y'all roll athletics. Because as he hit it and he's kind of pulling a little bit, it exposes that crack just a little bit more.
Come on, honey.
28.
Ooh.
20 overall?
5.
Well, that's fine. Add it to your
Horrible
athletics.
bad.
15.
Okay. Yeah. It takes y'all a little bit to pry it open, but you can see it kind of roll a little bit. As it open, you get it big enough to where y'all can fit through. And as you look in there, it's a little bit of a dark hallway, except y'all can all see in darkness.
it's a dark hall. Okay, dark to who in this group exactly?
So it's black and white down the hall. There's no torches or anything like that on the walls, no sconces or things like that. But you can see down that hallway there is an exit that light is coming from.
I draw my sword.
Okay. Do you want to just keep your...
Yeah, I always have it handy. I'm going to stealth my way down the hall.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth if y'all want. D20.
Yeah, I
Word
can
of
just take
advice, always stealth wherever you go.
Yeah.
the 37.
37.
15. And add it to the stealth, right?
Yes.
I was quieter than a mouse fart. That's 47.
47?
47.
Hey, dude, it's me, Eddie. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Hey, Eddie, what's up? Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. If you have any ideas of what they can do when we get to certain situations, go ahead and feel free to say something.
You say backseat
And and feel free to help steer this torpedo.
Yeah.
So if
Help them out.
yeah, if you have anything you want to do or you want my character to do, We like the good, fun, crazy ideas. So okay,
yeah, the get-ups we it's all part of fun, you know. Although we need to get something for the Baroness over there. My get-up is the beard. It's fine.
Put my hood on.
put your hood on.
Oh well, no, you're wearing your robes. Yeah.
She's wearing a robe.
Yeah, you're wearing your robes. You're
We just
good.
got to get her head fresh in the next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, yeah, y'all managed to get to the exit of the cave hallway, and as y'all get to it, as you look out, it looks pretty bright out, even though it's early morning. The snow is not as deep as it was in Vermilion Gate, but it's definitely there. I mean, it's wintertime here too. And as y'all leave, it's not the same kind of forest as around y'all in Vermilion Gate. It's not the same kind of trees.
Huh.
Do you want to go ahead and step out of the cave and take a better look?
I'm gonna do stealth for that, and then I'm also gonna use nature to see if I can figure out just where we are.
Okay. Anybody who has nature can go ahead and roll it. Well, and you have nature.
What don't you have?
Yeah. I made sure she had that.
She'd be a pretty piss poor elf if she didn't have nature.
So I take 10 on my stealth, and then I roll a 30 for nature.
46.
God, okay.
34.
34, okay. Yeah, the witch has a critical success on knowing the kind of trees that are out here. And
So she's walking around doing a Steve Irwin on the forest.
Yeah. You know that the trees around Vermilion Gate are more ash. The trees that are over here are oak. And even though ash and oak can grow together, in this area, oak is more south than it is up in the north. So for somehow y'all have gone to the south instead of where you're supposed to be.
Well, I mean, during the winter, who doesn't want to go to the south? You know,
That's true.
We're supposed to go north.
Well, you don't know. You're just following the clues at this point.
Yeah. Investigator, follow the clues.
That's what I did.
You can look for tracks, or
Yes,
okay.
I study the area.
Okay.
No,
that roll.
So my survival for investigating the area is a 36.
Okay. Do you have survival? I don't know if we got you survival. Okay, go ahead and roll survival if you want.
15.
She's rolling great tonight.
there we go.
With one exception,
Okay.
I haven't rolled like a 15 yet tonight.
What, 44?
Yeah.
What's your, what's
So
your
as
survival?
y'all are
29? 34?
Survival's like the one of
Yours.
the only like 3 things I'm
so
trained in.
as y'all kind of look around, you can find right outside the cave. There's old footprints that were slightly covered with snow during the night, but still enough to be able to tell you that they were going off straight ahead. Out of
I
the
tell by the size approximate if they were similar to the footprints that we encountered earlier.
Yes.
Can we tell how many there are? Like different size footprints or anything?
You can only tell really that there's a lot of the hobgoblin type footprints. If there was anything else, it's been muddied by those.
Okay.
So
I'll use my life sense. Do I see anything else around us?
No. All you can tell is off in the very distance, you can tell there's something, but because of how far it is, you don't know if it's an animal or any other humanoid creature.
I say hobgoblins.
But it feels like they're concentrated in one area.
More hobgoblins.
I think we should
This
go
way.
After you, investigator.
And I trudge off in that area.
Okay.
In that direction.
Okay. As y'all walk
Make
that
sure
way,
the witch is with us.
Alright, off we go.
off you go.
Into the
I'm,
wild.
I'm the McGruff of the.
Sniff them out. Well, that's what he does. He's the investigator. He sniffs them out. I just happen to have a lot of crazy abilities that don't
We
make
are
sense.
we're playtesting the new Pathfinder 2
Yeah.
rule sets that came out. They just dropped for the investigator class and the witch class. We're testing
And I'm
those out.
playing a ranger from. If you go back and look at the previous editions of the stream from, the horror. I'm continue my character. They're playing new characters.
I've
this.
never done this before.
Yeah, so Llewellyn, the Baroness.
No idea what I'm doing.
She's played Star Wars once before, but.
In Gamma World? I used to play Gamma World back in the 90s.
Oh man, that's an old system, yeah. That was a good old system, but yeah. But yeah, she's pretty much fresh to the newer stuff, and she's doing pretty great.
Yeah.
So that can tell anybody that if she could get this pretty quickly,
She's doing better than the veteran over here.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll stealths if y'all want.
I take 10.
Okay.
6.
It is a bit bright out here, so you're not able to use your shadows too much unless you get like really close to trees and.
17 again.
There's a 38 overall. At least
That's fine.
Yeah.
Stealth?
The chat filter I think is still on.
Wait, where's my stuff?
No, I'm a partial virgin to D&D as well.
Oh, mine blotted it out. That was supposed to be mine then.
No, because we allowed that. God, one of the first ones.
It was like our second episode.
Yeah, because it was like Jen said it and popped up.
By the way, Jen, if you're watching, I miss you.
Yeah, West Coast Jen, love you.
Wow, has progressed to that with your relationship?
Y'all.
Well, it did until now.
Y'all are going
Oops.
at a fast enough pace, but also slow enough that your feet aren't crunching the snow too much. Because, I mean, in this kind of area, a little bit of crunch in the snow carries it far away.
So you're saying if I snap a tree branch...
Yeah.
If I fall,
no, we're here. We're
Yeah.
here.
will there be a sound?
Yeah.
We'll hear it.
Or a bear shitting in the woods. You'd be like, yeah, so y'all are able to follow the tracks. They're all still kind of muddy and still filled over with a little bit of snow from the night. As you follow them, you that life sense of yours, you can tell that they're getting closer and closer. It takes y'all a couple hours to get to it. It is a good couple mile hike to get there. And as y'all
Snowy
get
Fangorn Forest. I like it. I like it.
as y'all get closer, you can see a really weird looking hut. It looks like it's made of candy. But around the hut, there's a small wooden picket fence around it, and inside where that fence is, there's no snow whatsoever.
You said it's made of... Is this like gingerbread house, or is this like the walls look like gum bears stacked up on end, or like what you say it's made of candy?
It looks like it's made of candy, as
Okay.
in like the coloring is like candy cane striped, and a lot of
that's like
the woodworking looks like lollipops.
We represent-
Well, that's
gumdrops,
something
stuff
you
like
don't
that.
see.
I mean, it's not actually candy. It just
looks like
candy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's decorated to look like a candy hut.
Well, that's
Can I detect?
different.
Yeah, go ahead. So since the three of y'all can actually do that, there's a faint sense of it inside the hut. The shit you don't open after Halloween, yeah. It's on the Chads.
This is like, if you don't like black licorice, this is like getting
Yeah.
black licorice. You're just looking like, so that's what they made it out of.
Or your grandma's candy you don't eat at Christmas,
Because you don't know when she bought it.
Fruitcake?
Yeah,
Let's make it a
fruitcake,
fruitcake
yeah.
house.
It's a fruitcake.
Yeah. The mailbox is made to look like a fruitcake. Now the wreath on the door looks like one. Yeah, you can tell there's a faint, but it doesn't feel like anything hostile or I would say used for like attacking or anything. It's more of a benign kind
So
of
using
filter.
my life sense, what do I sense inside the hut and around it?
You feel strangely a lot inside the hut, but nothing around it.
So inside the walls, it's tons and tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Outside the walls, pretty empty.
Yeah. But you can feel that.
No label candy.
But as y'all get closer to it, you can feel a lot of that license just going away.
Okay.
It's not like somebody... You know the feeling of when somebody got killed or whatever. It doesn't feel like that. It's just, it was there, it was strong, and then it wasn't.
Okay.
It's like a lot of them are... That's what's happening to a lot of them at the same time.
Okay. Got it.
Y'all want to get up closer to it?
Yes, I'm just.
So I'm letting the investigator do his thing.
He can go up closer to it. I'm gonna wait right here.
I'm going to try and find a nice shadow to hide in and watch.
Okay. With the way the sun is at, you can actually go around to the kind of the back side of the house. Mm-hmm. There's a window there, if you want, but the shadow's casted by the sun. You're able to get into there if you want.
Okay.
All right. So
okay. Yeah,
you can go up to the door.
No, I'm using my observe
Nice big shack of
expeditiously,
nope.
so I'm observing my surroundings with great speed.
Okay.
Using sense, either seek or sense motive.
Okay.
So,
in this case, it'll be seek.
Which would be
Just looking about.
perception.
Yeah, perception. I mean, it's all perception. Since motive is in perception as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that's
Which was
like
my bad. I've been having y'all use society. It's been perception.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's
roll for
a
you.
33.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. You can. There's no traps or anything in this area. It looks pretty harmless, and as you get up closer to the door and stuff, it's like a normal door, but it looks like peppermint bark.
I rolled a 39 to peer through the window.
Okay. As you look in, you can kind of see. It looks really nice in there. It's really well decorated. It doesn't look like it's been ramshackled or anything. It looks like what your grandmother's house would be. Just really nice.
Is it posh nice, or is it just like well chosen furniture?
Well chosen, well kept furniture.
Okay.
Put it that way.
I take my cane and I just rack on the door.
Who's there?
Yes, madam, could you open the door, please? This is the constabulary. I've got some questions I'd like to ask you.
Just a second. And as you hear that, the life sense, a lot of it is just gone. And there's now just 3. Yeah, plastic going out everywhere. No, it's cloth in this world. Plastic doesn't really exist.
Yeah, she's got sheets all over the furniture and everything to keep the dust off.
All that's left inside the hut is 3 life senses. One you can tell is this old lady, possibly.
And how many more was it, or how many were there before?
A lot. Just say that.
You relay that information to me?
Well, he's on the opposite side of the house from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout it through the window. Hey, by the way.
I don't know. You might have telekinetic.
I have telepathic abilities. No, the telepathic one is the witch, not me.
As the door opens, you see this
I think, aren't you? Didn't you take the
kind of elegant-looking old lady,
communicate with elves?
humanish.
Didn't you take the feat to communicate with elves?
Her hair's covering her ears, so you can't tell if she's elf or not.
So you could tell me stuff.
As she opens the door,
I should probably
I crack open my watch
Okay.
and I trigger my watch.
Okay. So you got a minute to...
Yeah, 1 to study suspect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assess her for
Okay.
weak points in combat, just in case. You never know.
Go ahead and roll perception. If that's good, I can't hear.
It's a 20.
It is a
Is it?
20.
It counts.
All right, I will let you keep that 20.
Because I have to say this, because on critical successes, all your attacks against the target until the end of this turn, I will gain a +1 circumstance to my attack roll.
Except for one problem. That's during this turn, which means it's over in 6 seconds anyway.
Well, no, he has a full minute.
But
yeah, I mean, as soon as he...
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he still knows
time's
the
frozen
weakness
for me
of-
right now.
like,
So
yeah.
I'm doing all this stuff. So as soon as it keeps going, just saying,
So
if you
as-
jump into an attack,
yeah.
I have that.
As you look at her, she looks like a typical old lady. So if you go for the knees or her hips or her back
Okay.
or her head, you know?
Basically, okay, I could take out...
Yeah. I mean, it's an old lady.
Yeah.
You know, it's an old lady.
Well, who doesn't know how to take out an
Yeah.
attack?
Yeah, but
It's just like Big Daddy, like,
Not
hey,
an old
Grandpa,
lady.
go away, I'll bust you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, it's just... It's just the first thing I do.
Yeah, and
then I step past her.
Yeah, and even with your detect magic, nothing's coming off
Yeah,
of her.
I step past her and I give the house a real quick gander.
Okay. It's a really nice looking hut. I mean,
how many rooms is this?
When you walk in,
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, shower.
It could be.
Yeah. As you walk in, you can tell it's just a one-story. Even from outside, it's just a one-story. There's a fireplace right towards the middle. You can tell that it's used for both the cooking and where the sitting area is. It's a nice round table right before the fire. A stack of logs up next to it.
What's the floor like?
So you had the main room, and then off to the side, you could tell that that's where a small room would be, and then right behind that would lead into the kitchen area.
Do I notice any mess, footprints, anything like that on the ground?
No.
Does it see any weird characters staring in the windows?
The carpets are completely clean.
What color are they?
They are purple, with like red and blue filigree, kind of floral designs within it.
The fireplace. Do I notice anything that looks to be disturbed?
It looks like a regular fireplace.
Like nothing could have possibly just.
As you get closer to it, it doesn't look like there's any footprints in it. However, you can tell that on either side of the fireplace, somebody is standing there. One looks like a dwarf. He's covered head to toe in tattoos. Look almost like runes if you want to roll occult.
Okay, I can do that.
Does detect magic when they picked up on it if they are runes? Is detect magic when they picked up on it if they are runes?
The runes would have to be activated first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm a master in occult. That's 35.
Okay. There's
I rolled a 1.
I saw that.
You can tell
the die up there.
they are runes scrolled across the skin. Some of them are for like protection, normal stuff you would see on a dwarf. Mainly protection, especially from the dwarven gods. So the god of the forge and all that. But the way he's standing, his fists are kind of clenched and on his hips, and
Arms akimbo, huh?
yeah, he's staring at a female figure across from him, and she's kind of looking at the door with her arms like this, and you can see that she's human, and she has some of the same symbols for protection and defense, but one on the back of her hand resembles the grace, and it does have another symbol in the middle of it, but it's not one you're familiar with.
Alright, I sketch it.
Okay.
And I take a real quick sketch of them two, of the two. You know, I just
real quick.
Yeah. So I'm pretty good at that.
Okay.
So.
And the minute passes, and you're right back up at the doorstep, everything. And she's like, "How can I help you today, young man?"
Yes, madam. We are investigating the disappearances of some children.
Children? Well, I don't know about children. It's just me and my compatriots here. We don't see children out here.
I look back at the house and I was like, "This is an interesting architecture style you have here, madam."
Yes,
I don't think I've ever seen this. What is this, late Baroque candy?
It is Gothicus Sweeticus. There we go.
Gothic sweets. Okay. Yeah.
No, my husband was a sweet old man, and he was a confectionarist. And when he retired, we built this out here to remember the old times.
And I sketched the house just when we were walking up. So I'm like, interesting.
Interesting decor choices in there.
I can't.
Can I look inside of your house, please? Because this piece of candy bark here looks delicious.
My friend, my associate at the back door. He wants to know if he could lick your.
Yeah, as you kind of peer over that way, you can see him. His head's like he's looking very slightly through, a little angle between where the kitchen opens up and stuff, you can kind of see a little shadow, but that's about it.
So, madam, how long have you lived out here?
Oh dear, I would say 30 years?
Yes, your husband.
Oh, unfortunately he passed away about 5 years ago. He took a bad tumble off the roof, putting up one of the decorations, and...
It's a sense motive roll.
Okay, perception?
Yeah, that's a 30 overall.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. Like, you can see in her mannerisms and the way she moves her eyes to remember facts that, yeah, she's telling the truth.
Anybody else in the house, madam, that may have seen something that...
Just my 2 friends right here, Klavik and Aaron.
Klavik is, I'm assuming,
Klavik is the dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes.
May we come in?
We? I only see you.
Oh.
Or are you saying in the royal we?
I...
little, dad joke kind of.
Are you a psychiatrist? Do you always speak in we?
Well, I've got
like
associates
Eddie's
out here. So, yes.
Well, yes. If you do have friends with you, they're more than welcome to come in.
All right. Well, I step in.
I'm gonna stay at the doorway because I don't trust it.
Oh, so she was playing beauty.
I'm gonna shadow step into one of the side bedrooms and.
No, there's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one. Yeah.
So,
Okay, I go there.
You would have to like shadow step into the kitchen, and then kind of. Well, no, because I will say, go ahead and roll your stealth.
So
The entire time you've been out in the back, you've been sitting your shadows in and kind of scouting the place around.
You know what? I'm just gonna start taking 10.
Yeah, just take the 10.
Well, no, because I rolled an 11 again.
Yeah, just take the 10.
Yeah, 36. Took the 10 back.
Yeah, you're able to feel where your shadows told you it's safe to go, and you wind up inside the old lady's bedroom. If you want to roll a perception real quick.
35.
35? Okay. As you look around...
I just got you down pat pretty well there, Baron.
You can see that it's a small little twin bed. It looks like it was part of a bigger one, but you could kind of hear her story about her husband and stuff, and you could tell that it's been kind of cut in half to just fit her, because why would an old lady need that big of a bed?
Because you can spread out and relax the bed that way.
Yeah, you can see that there's a...
The last thing I would do if something happened to her was cut my bed in half.
There's a little
You'd get
heater
3
pot
dogs to fit on the bed.
that-
That's what you do.
they would stick underneath the mattresses. This little cast iron pot that they would put coals in to put on there, keep it warm. There's one of those. You see a nice dresser. There's a mirror on it. It's all really nice woodworking. Nothing too intricate like Jakolovich has.
Anything magical?
No.
Anything with life sense?
The only thing with license are the 3 in the other room.
Well, not 4. And 5.
Well, yeah, including you.
While he's doing that,
So you're walking in.
I take notice
Llewellyn
of
is-
Klavik's dagger.
Okay.
Or does he have his dagger?
When he kind of turns, you can see that it's at his back.
Do I recognize the clan?
The clan is... Jesus Christ, you're gonna make me do this. Thinking on the... It is an older one.
Let me just put it this way. Do I recognize it?
Yes, it is
Right.
Clan Light Crackle. This is fun. You know that they dealt with... they were the ones that would go out during lightning storms, really harsh weather. And they were ones that would be on the outside of...
I love that gothic sweetness.
Yep. They'd be the ones out there in the harsh weather, either defending the gates to the keep or to the keep, the fortresses, whatever, or they were the ones that were sent out to rescue people.
The Gothica suite is...
Klein, like crackle.
Or what Kevin is.
I am familiar with your people, sir. My father told me stories.
Yeah, is that so? Good for you, I guess.
Alrighty then.
he's just standing there.
Rude.
There's a dwarf asshole.
You could tell that he has a few scars on him.
Does he have a few screws loose too at the same time?
No. It doesn't look like he's been struck by lightning, but you know that some of the runes were there to protect him from electrical damage.
So it's a good thing I don't have...
Ma'am, I notice you have some of the same protective runes, or do you do work with Mr. Lightcrackle here?
She says nothing.
Ooh, not a big talker.
You'll have to forgive her, dear. She's missing her tongue. Unfortunately, in her youth, her parents were very strict. They did not like what her questions of the world.
Does she look
around
anything
her.
like another young lady who's missing a tongue looks like?
No. But actually, if you want, you could do a society check real quick. Because you know that sounds awfully familiar. That's something that would happen in
27.
the other kingdom. Okay.
The first one who's died tonight.
You could tell that just by that quick, brief description, that is definitely something that would happen in the main kingdom.
Holy crap, where'd it go?
Yeah, it's one down to
Shag carpeting.
Shag
There it
carpeting.
is. Is that
I'll
it?
step on it barefoot. in the
Shag
day.
carpeting with the dark dice. You know?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
The conversations are happening in the main foyer, where there's a table, some sofas, and the fireplace. It's a big enough meeting room.
Yes.
I would say it's
TNT, the gentleman with the mask, he's the one he snuck in through the back door.
yeah. So with he found out that if you go back and watch the Horror,
There it is.
he was
Fluffy, it's over between you and the Baron. You just step it over the
Oh, wow.
I got it.
Over there.
oh that's a chair. I kicked it to a 12.
That's a house rule we have. We re-roll when it falls on the floor, but if it's a 20, it stands.
He has special powers to meld in with shadows and use them for attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, since you missed the first half of the story,
That's fine.
I'm not expecting you to go back and watch the hours of
Yeah.
roleplay we have.
I am. Dang it! Some of those are pretty darn good.
Yeah,
Basically,
like the first episode. You know?
He basically he
No,
is
you
a
can ignore
vampire.
the first episode. There's nothing to see there.
Yeah, so he TNT, who we call TNT, is a
Totally not Tim. Because everyone says he's Tim,
he's a
but not
vampire.
Tim. Yes, I am.
I am an inspector, which is a new class, and the Baroness here, my lovely bride, is playing a witch.
He's
So
a
we are
dwarf.
playtesting the
she's an
new.
elf.
Yes, I'm
The Baron is a
now.
dwarf investigator.
We are playtesting the new styles that just came out. That's where that comes from. So as I am distracting the lady in the front, he has snuck in the back,
No.
and he is just kind of reconning while she watches the door.
No.
I'm
Okay, so
reconnoitering
we'll go back to
everything.
you while the Baroness is on a quick break.
Okay.
So you want to go through the drawers or anything? Or?
Yeah, I want to look around as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
My corn fell again.
Okay. Madam, do you mind if I smoke?
39.
Oh, please, feel free.
As he's doing this, I pull out my pipe
Which roll?
and
39.
Or not? Okay.
stuff it.
Yeah, as you open up the drawers, you find some brushes and little bottles of perfume.
Are these like candy cane scented and
No. One of them does smell like molasses, which is weird. But
Is there
it
maple
smells
syrup?
nice. No.
I mean, now I
You
wish
can
I
chug that
drank
in the kitchen, though.
Now I wish I drank that maple beer.
The power is all in the lips, you know. Nah, and you find a little black velvet bag.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag, man?
As
What's
you
in the
open it
bag?
up and you look inside, it's what they would keep back then. It's a locket of hair, and it's tied with the leather, and inside is a little oval picture of an old man.
Ah, spouse. Got it.
Yeah. As you look at it, go ahead and do perception for recall knowledge.
Which one am I roll for recall knowledge?
Perception.
Okay. So, perception recall knowledge is 24.
It kind of looks like Sarah. Yeah.
Who?
The old guy from the first episode.
The old guy that got us over to the
Yeah. Looks like him.
Oh,
Just kind of looks like him, but younger,
okay.
without a beard or anything. But it's kind of like the eyes and the nose, kind of look like him. Yeah. I don't know if that's y'all or a skunk.
No, there's to my understanding, there's a plastics company just like right over here off of 1604.
And we get possums around here too.
Possums are fine. Yeah, it's just that strange smell just came in. It's like,
And it smells like a skunk.
Yeah.
So I've got the heater going at my feet because my feet are cold.
Well, that too.
I don't smell it.
Yeah, so it's just that little of a picture that looks like.
You'll smell it in a second.
Okay, better.
The rest of the drawers are just like little clothing items, things like that.
Okay.
Some dresses. As you go through her wardrobe, you can see that there's fancier dress. There's nightgowns and things like that. But if you're looking for the symbol that you saw in the other wardrobes, it's not there.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all that's in there. Nothing really stands out. Just an old lady's room. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shove it back out to the back window and keep watching from there.
Okay.
See, the good thing is, this is why she needs to play more often. Because while you're telling stories, we're like over here having like our own silent conversation.
That's fine.
And and you just see it on camera. It's just great. So
Yeah.
this is what
It's like the extras in movies.
Yeah. So and I'm only bringing this up because we want to encourage my lovely wife.
Hey, she had enough fun the last game session that she bought her own dice sets. I think we're okay there.
Llewellyn, go ahead and roll a occult.
See, Eddie, I've been trying for years to get her to play with us, and I finally roped her in.
18. Okay, outside the 1-5, she hasn't rolled below a 15.
That's true.
She just rolled an 18 plus whatever
All right.
her god-awful cult is.
33.
Is that before the dice roll?
What's
33 plus 18.
51.
Is it
Jesus
51?
Christ,
Yes.
that's a critical success. Okay,
That's, I think, two critical
as
successes.
you look,
She now knows everything about the occult.
as you look at
Because I'm
the
starting
dwarf
to get...
and the human, yeah.
That's when the rolls come out, baby.
Yeah. As you look at them, you know exactly what all those symbols mean. And the one on the back of her hand, that's a witch. And that is a symbol for the Strigarians before it got messed up to what was in the wardrobe.
Now, do you want to call her out on it? I know you're doing just the silent observer thing right now, but do you want to
Make a comment about that?
You
too?
know, I'm still trying to learn all of this.
That's what I'm asking. You could walk right in and say,
So,
I
yeah, if I
noticed-
could call her out, hell yeah, I'd call her out.
Okay.
Ooh, you know what would be a good way to do it
is she humanoid? Is she human?
She looks human.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak like an ancient witch tongue to her.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know.
You can do.
Is there such a thing?
Yes, there are certain languages and stuff that is shared between witches that are used in rituals and stuff like that. You could do one quickly of protection, and that might get her attention.
Where do I find that shit?
Oh, you can just roll a cold.
Oh, roll a cold?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be your...
Oh, Fluffy. Karaka sent a message to the group chat that's meant for you. Not right at the moment, I don't think.
Wait, you suck or something?
Huh? Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll.
16?
God.
16?
Okay.
Did she say 6D?
16.
Oh, I thought she said 16.
No, she can't get to a 60 on anything yet.
She got a 50 something.
51. Yeah, that's you know, she the best she can do there.
Okay.
What was your skill?
33?
You have any French press?
Right? Is it
Keeping up with
occultism
the
or?
Yeah, it's a cult.
motif that I've got going on.
Oh, okay, so that's... It was a 51 with an 18, so 49, yeah.
She...
Better frickin' pick up on it. Pick up your sarcasm. You should have landed on pretty thick here.
She goes and bites hard on her thumb, and she rubs it on the symbol on the back of her hand.
With blood?
With blood. And
Non-magic.
she starts to be covered in fire. And it just totally envelops her. And you can see the old lady like, no, not yet! And you see her run towards the fireplace. As the dwarf steps up, he does the same thing. He bites down hard on his thumb, rubs the back of his hand, and we're...
See, guys, I'm not the only
I'm
one that bites
studying
my thumbs.
them all as they do this.
Yeah. So you can see that as soon as they do
yes.
that, all of y'all's detect magics like flare up, and the dwarf, as he does that, you can see like dirt and rock start to cover him. The other one is just covered in flames, and a split second later, they're changed, and the female has these black wings, and she has a breastplate and a longsword on her. The dwarf actually grows in size, and he has horns coming out the top of his head, but he looks more demonic than he does.
Looks more like Hellboy.
Yeah, but not Diablo.
Oh,
He's more like
worse.
Diablo,
Oh,
like
crap.
true on.
Now, question.
Demon, yes.
When it says frequency, and this is educational, that's why I bring it up. When it says frequency once per round on an ability, now would that be, I can use that as one of my
3 moves.
Yeah.
3 moves? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So, everybody, roll initiative.
And Eddie, in case you're wondering, between Fluffy here, who is the dungeon master for this, and myself, we have over 50 years of gaming experience.
Well, it's even more to include me in that math.
Yeah.
FYI. I mean, I've only been gaming
7
with
plus
you guys
your
for
perception.
a few
Actually,
years now.
5?
this is going to be your
6,
occult,
yeah.
since that's what you were doing.
I can't believe I've done it that long.
So, add that to your occult.
I rolled a 19 to go to my stealth.
Oh, so mine would be perception because I was
Yeah.
perceiving things.
Yeah.
Awesome. Because my perception is very high.
It better be his investigator, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Llewellyn is going to go first because it's up for occultism.
So, yeah,
And
what
she-
was it overall?
What was it?
Oh, she rolled a 7. She
Yeah.
rolled below a 15.
10, was that 3, 7? And you're going to have to help
So
me
yeah,
with
Eddie, if
that.
you do have any questions, please
What-
feel free to
33
reach
and
out.
7.
33 and
we're
7.
40.
Pretty knowledgeable.
40.
36.
40, 36.
Wait, I get to go first then.
Wait,
42!
Okay.
And
I can only go one higher.
one of the things I do is with I'm a craft beer aficionado, so I like to throw that stuff out. As you see up here, I'm showing what I'm drinking, and I'll
drunkengaming
showcase
hat.
my beers. So
I'll
if you like
showcase-
beer,
I'll showcase my beer.
I'm the guy.
Okay.
I'm the guy, yeah. And the ladies drink a Shiner, which is awesome. Also in Texas, the oldest independent brewery operating in the state of Texas.
Dolgren.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to do a roll off.
Dun dun dun!
It's just the dice roll. So, 14.
Damn it, you win.
Okay.
Fucker. I'm last.
It is going to be TNT, then Llewellyn, and then it's going to be Calix, and then Aaron.
Calix.
Calivac.
Calivac.
Okay, so what are we gonna fight?
We're fighting.
Yeah, we're in a fight now. They just
you
transform.
Kind of spoiled their whole plan. And
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
I'm like trying to Columbo my way through this, and then you're just like getting him to fight.
I'm like,
so it's
I'm
that's
like
cool.
from witch
I know.
to witch.
What I did for
You worked at the
Hey,
draft
kids,
house.
bitch.
Which draft house did you work at?
as you were doing
He
your
needs to follow
ritual, you were
'cause
kind
he
of
knows about beers.
deceiving them at the same time. I rolled a 1, so they thought that you were actually going to be casting something against them at that moment, instead of
Eddie, you
trying
don't
to trick
have
them.
to. You don't have to out your location, but what state, if you don't mind, because I'm always looking for places to stop when I take visits, and I visit often.
Yes, he does. Say full disclosure, he and Baroness work for
So yeah,
him.
they
fight for
thought
free.
you were going to attack. That's why.
Oh, so you sabotaged me?
No,
No,
you
they
sabotaged
just
them.
I
Understood.
sabotaged
Yeah,
them.
because you were deceiving them to see what they would do, and they fell for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your evil
Damn.
plan worked way too well.
Was they being evil?
Yeah, this is
No.
my friend. Yeah, this is my friend Eddie.
Oh,
We did Fright Fest and stuff together.
gotcha. I didn't realize it was. I
Sorry,
thought it
I
was like a
should've-
new Eddie. You know.
I should have clarified. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. So I'm here in San Antonio too. I'm drinking Weathered Souls. There you go. You need to go Weathered Souls. You're welcome.
410 151. I know where
No,
that is.
East West Street.
And East Love, but I'm
East
drinking
Love.
Weathered Souls tonight
Yeah, these are good Weather Souls.
I'm drinking HEB Cola.
because it is their 3rd year anniversary.
I'm drinking
today, so.
HEB sweetened drinks, so.
But Eddie, I'm down for a beer. You ever want to come by for a live studio audience, man? We can.
Hey, we have fun with
I mean,
those.
Yeah.
you don't. You see my beer fridge right behind me. I
Yeah.
usually am pretty well stocked. So
And in fact, after we finish with this, as we get into the new year and during the summer, we're going to go to a different, persistent, guild-like campaign where
Which should
people
be
are
a lot
free
of
to
one-offs.
road in.
yeah, so
in
you
and out. So, yeah.
definitely play with us.
So yeah, if you like this, and
I mean, if you are in
Yeah.
the San Antonio area, man,
Yeah.
you hit us up at hashtag drunkengaming@gmail.com. You spell it all out.
it's on Facebook. Yeah, he
yeah,
has the
but-
link, yeah.
No, I'm just
For other people, yeah.
people. But if you are in the San Antonio, Texas area and would like to game with us,
Yeah.
email me at #drunkengaming@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, we'll get you the information we got, and
So yeah, we can send
You
up
know, for
a
the
group
books and
chat with
everything,
it and get you
Yeah.
hooked up. Yeah.
it's an open invitation.
Anyway, I am going to defer my turn and see what happens.
Okay, well, did you go? You went back outside, right?
I'm outside the window.
Okay, so you can see what everything's happening.
Yeah.
So you saw her go out. You only see the dwarf
Turn
change into this.
demonic thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you went from a little dwarf to a much bigger, demonic like creature. And you can see it kind of has hooves, but not hooves. It's just more like
Cool.
really bony protrusions and stuff like that. And he's holding a great pick, a giant version of, or not giant, but a bigger version of what you have.
It's not about size. It's how you use it.
Master Darkness,
I don't know, Baroness. Is
Okay,
that
cool. Go ahead and roll religions. If you want.
religion?
Yeah, religion.
Oh, that's one of the ones I don't have.
Then you're screwed.
I'll take a long stab at it.
Okay, go ahead. Just go roll.
Yeah, that's one of the few I'm not trained in. Yet!
Yet.
I rolled a natural 10.
But that is
Okay.
still a 29.
29, okay. 17 plus your...
Oh,
And I get loud and
Okay.
bolsterous when I drink.
18 plus 29? What,
Okay.
40,
Yeah, you're fine, you're
47?
fine.
47.
Oh, yeah. You know that the dwarf turned into a Calavacus,
What the fuck is a caliber?
which is a slaver demon.
Are you going to relay this information to your team?
Basically, you know that these kind of demons are created from souls of people that were very, slavers in life.
Not good people.
Yeah, not really good people. They abused slaves, tortured them, and stuff like that.
Okay, I'd like
and their
to see
souls
that.
like kind of come together and form these demons.
Yeah, kind of like an abomination.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been doing a lot of Dragon Age, and I found out, it just coincidentally. I'm sorry, side tangent.
No, that's fine.
Abomination. They actually are coming out with the Dragon Age 4. They released the first.
Teaser trailer.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So start playing that shit again, peoples.
I gotta go back and.
Yeah, I just played. I'm on Inquisition now. I started over from the beginning, and
Let's see. I gotta start over at the beginning. I gotta get the first ones again.
Yeah.
I've
And
lost
then-
my copies. Yeah.
So you could kind of figure out this thing's a demon,
Well, yeah.
maybe just by the general look of it.
Yeah, I'm not that stupid.
But these two know exactly what it is. That's a slaver demon, and you know
yes.
What
Okay.
about her?
that the other one is an Aranus, which
Oh,
is
boy.
a wrath devil.
Wrath Devil.
So we got a
Yes.
slaver demon and a wrath devil,
Yep.
and I don't have any water spells.
And an old lady.
What is she doing? Anyway?
Actually, they're not. Actually,
Great.
since you know what they are, go ahead and roll perception.
See, she was running towards the fireplace last we saw the
Yeah.
old lady.
Good motherfucker!
Maybe you should get some new dice or something.
We
I
all
just pulled
can't-
out all the new dice.
We can't all roll as good as you, Baroness. Come on now.
The only saving grace is that is a 20. I rolled a 2. My perception is a 21, but some of the perks I get with everything I've taken so far, I get a +2 to my perception rules. So that's a 24.
Yeah, think like a flame,
Five,
like a wraith,
five.
but instead of being like shadows, full flame.
So it's
Yeah.
not terrible. I can flub a roll and still be decent. but
Uh,
That's
it's
like me in stealth.
and of course, with her critical success,
She knows
that she
everything.
rolled, you know, essentially that the Aranus is only weak against good aligned magic, and the Calavacus is only weakness is
Yes, very similar to like a mini bull rod.
cold
yes.
iron, good, and
What?
so cold iron.
Your
It's
name.
weak
Cold
against
iron.
cold iron.
Make
Your new claws. It is also weak against good aligned magic.
we never actually established what my weapon is made out of. Could it be called iron?
It's regular still.
Damn.
It's a dwarven.
But
But I work in a weird profession.
yeah.
I know things.
But you can always take a.
All right. Well, we'll be cold iron next.
Well, you could take a quick action, one action at the beginning of your turn, and coat your weapon with the silver sheen that you have in your pouch.
Okay.
the
Yeah.
cold iron is higher than silver.
He'll be able to affect
Oh,
the
that's true. Yeah.
Aranus. So the Aranus, she is resistant against physical damage.
Yay!
But silver is a way to
Overcome that.
overcome that.
Like myself.
Yeah. She is also resistant to poison, and she is completely immune to fire. But she's not weak.
She's immune.
Yeah, I know.
She's on fire.
Yeah.
I know. Produce flame. Throw it now. Like I said.
Well, I'm glad that one of the feats I took was I did take the alchemical.
Alchemical crafting.
Yeah, just
Well, no.
because-
With Ro.
No, but
you
I'm
had
saying
all this.
for
That's
but
fine.
because on
A
the
mini
fly,
Balrog, yeah.
if I come up with shit on the fly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's like, oh shit, I need poison. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we have Ro. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
I know,
on
I know.
alchemist. I'm just
But yeah,
I
she
dabble.
is. She is resistant to poison.
resistant to poison.
Yeah. So as they
So you're telling me
transform,
that, water mox could probably hurt her.
actually, she's not weak against water.
And who was the other chick?
No, but a water
Oh, water
mox is a
moccasin,
snake,
yeah.
What was the other?
As they were transforming and y'all were kind of getting ready to charge in, she opens up this portal in the fireplace and jumps through.
Oh, so she escaped.
Yeah, she's
Because she's got the two.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Wait. We're fighting the old lady and the dwarf.
No, the dwarf and the
chick.
other lady. Yeah.
What's
The old
the-
lady.
So the
disappeared.
So the
devil
old
and
lady,
the demon.
The old lady is the one that went
No.
through the portal.
Yeah, the old lady's gone. She went through the portal in the fireplace.
All right. So devil and demon.
So could I follow her with the glaive?
We'll have to find out.
What is the devil's weakness?
So the devil, that's the
usually
Aramis.
holy water, same character.
Holy is positive. She's not allergic to that. Things got changed up in Pathfinder 2. So Aramis, they are weak against good,
But I'm neutral.
which is a good aligned
Damn
either
it. I
weapons
got nothing.
or that kind of stuff. None of them have it.
How do I know that my pick has not been aligned? I'm an honest fellow.
You'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Well, you're a good person wielding it, so that makes it a good aligned weapon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my.
That's what I said. I'm neutral.
He's the kind of cardinal that would bless his own driver for a better game.
Exactly.
I'm sure Eddie got that reference.
Yeah, the demon is only weakness. It has no resistances, but he is weak against cold iron and good.
So basically, we need good people here. Are you two good people? Because I'm not.
I'm a good person.
She's deciding.
Llewellyn?
I haven't decided quite yet.
Okay, so you're as
She's
of right
neutral.
now.
I don't know. I just met you two, so
See, here's the thing,
I don't
dear.
trust.
Fuck out.
The thing we talked about earlier today. Do you want to do that reveal in this battle, because this is probably the big battle of the night,
No good
or
people
do you
inside.
want to
Yep.
save it for? We only have 2 more episodes,
Yeah.
so you can
It's up
save
to you.
it for the climax. I'm just throwing it out there.
well, why can't I do it tonight? And
You can. It
But
just,
do you want the audience to know that you can
Yeah,
do it?
do you want the
Okay.
do you want the awe, the biggest awe effect right now?
Probably
or
not
later?
Against, not against a stupid demon.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste it on.
I
a
wouldn't
demon
waste
either.
it on.
I just wanted to remind you that that's
I know.
what you took.
I know. I'm looking. I am looking
I like to fuck
because
with
I
you.
know I saw some shit
And
about.
she's
Yep.
doing pretty good on her own. With the
Yeah,
other
she's
things she
doing
took.
great.
Positive.
Well, wait till she throws out this
Alright.
thing.
No, not
All
tonight.
right.
Not tonight. Save
It is.
Save it for a more epic and appropriate.
It is TNT's turn.
I don't know. We have a lot
So
of.
yeah, you can feel this magic just erupting in the other room, and you feel that really strong magic of the portal
You know what? I
open
bet
up
it
and
was
then
in a
kind of
cult.
close. What do you do?
What's the glaive made out of?
Just steel.
I know what
But
these
the
are made
runes on it is what gave it the power to
Open
open
the
up the portal.
portal,
Yeah.
out. She's gonna whip it out.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not that. I don't think she's that kind of a girl. No, no.
I mean, she doesn't have the hair feet, so you know.
No, like I said, I am going to wait and watch.
Okay, so you're gonna defer your. Okay, so you're gonna hold action.
Yes, hold action.
Okay, then it comes down to Llewellyn. What are you gonna do?
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm still trying to read through all of this shit to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
What you always do: kick a lot of ass.
I do want to kick a lot of ass.
Okay.
Or,
Because you now have that new stuff on that card.
I don't
You
want
gotta
to
read.
kick ass. I don't want to kill
You
him.
just want to take names.
I do.
So that's your job, is to take
But
names.
there is. I saw something. Is it under arcane?
You're a cult.
But I have some arcane.
Okay.
Oh, is it under arcane and occult? I got the
Yeah,
spells.
it's
out.
under arcane and occult. Yeah.
I do arcane, occult, and primal.
Well, that's what your skills are. but
Right?
you
Yeah,
can
those are your
cast
skills.
spells
Your
as
casting
occult.
ability is occult. But if it's both an arcane and occult, you're good.
Yeah. What's the spell?
I'm trying. I saw
What did it
it
do?
today.
Do you remember what it did?
It was something about positive.
Oh,
Oh.
there is an occult spell that it's level 6, 5 or 6.
What the fuck are you?
It was something to do with your alignment.
Yes.
You can the spell that
and
you
there's
cast.
positivity in that spell,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, so positive is one of the new forms of magic. So you got positive and negative, which go against each other. Then you have evil, good.
I just
Law
want to
and
be
chaos are
neutral.
still there
Yeah,
too.
chaos, law, neutral has nothing.
Neutral
they
is
just
nothing.
get bonuses to
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
a neutral character, which is like, well, I'm fucked.
electrical, acid, fire,
That's
cold.
the elemental stuff there.
Yeah, that's elemental stuff. Yeah. I was looking at it earlier too. It allows you to channel your alignment energy.
Travel rapidly via the ship.
Channel your alignment energy?
For your weapon. Yeah, you're able to change a weapon to an alignment.
You mean, magic weapon?
Not magic weapon, it was, God damn it.
Not bless?
Yes!
Bless is divine and occult, it's level 1. It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Is it a cantrip?
Okay. So what's supposed to do again? I don't got this stuff on me real quick.
I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
Is it a cantrip under occult?
It's a cantrip under occult and
or is that, no, that's only going to add.
Well, let me pull it up and see what it does because it's different. You and allies gain a +1 bonus to attack roll, so it's not bless, it's the step up from bless. What was the step up from bless called?
Spiritual weapon?
Daze. Damage a creature's blind and possibly stun it.
Spiritual weapon is divine and occult level 2. Spiritual guardian is level 5. Spiritual epidemic is divine and occult level 8, which we can't cast yet. So let me look at spiritual weapon.
Damn it.
A weapon made of pure magical force materializes and attacks foes you designate within range. Weapon has a ghostly appearance, manifests as your deity's favorite weapon. You cast spell, appears next to a foe you choose within range.
What if I were to try and sense their thoughts?
They're not elves.
Yeah, they're not elves.
They're not elves?
No.
So that's just for elves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought share thoughts was with elves.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
So is sense thoughts?
Oh, sense thoughts is an actual spell.
Yeah, so that, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and sense thoughts if you wish. Roll your spell attack. Or, hold on.
13.
What level is it? 13.
What am I looking for? Skills?
It's going to be under the spell page.
Spellcasting?
Yeah.
Which one are you doing?
Trying to sense their thoughts.
So you're still hiding in the back room, correct?
Yep.
Total's 21?
Sense
Is that right? 31? What's this?
What level of sense thoughts?
Well, it says spell casting.
Okay.
Spell slots for me. And that's it.
Sense thoughts is under something different now because I'm looking at where it should be.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, as you sense their thoughts, it's purely they need to die.
Okay.
That is all that's on their mind right now is killing y'all.
That's divine and might. You can't cast it. Damn.
No, there was one earlier.
Ooh, what if I do the stare of... what the fuck is that shit called?
The evil eye?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
The All-Hall.
Oh yeah, her sense thoughts was an elf ancestry thing.
Oh, she took that. Okay.
Yeah.
That was sure.
Well, there's the sense thoughts, and then there's the share thoughts.
Yeah, so the share thoughts is between you and another elf. Sense thoughts
right.
is with anybody. So that's your ancestry thing. So that's just one action to do that.
Okay.
That was purely, all you hear from them is they need to die.
Okay.
They need to die now. So that was one action. You do have 2 more actions. And if you go to cast the evil eye, it's going to be 2 actions to do it.
I'd like to do the intimidation.
There's
whatever the fuck intimidation shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be your evil eye.
Yeah.
I'm not going over.
Yeah, this is like where we're relying on you to.
Yeah.
So, God, guys.
Pulling up evil
Well,
eye.
you're the one who has like the big ass.
spell list.
Yeah.
I never planned for this shit.
Obviously, you did because you picked all this stuff.
I didn't. I didn't realize it in title roll of this stuff.
I blame
Okay,
Karaka
so
for this.
So you're fine. You're going to use your evil eye. I have to roll. If you look at your spell DC,
Is that under core?
Spellcasting.
Spellcasting.
Yeah.
Spell DC.
Which one are you doing it on? The female or the male? The dwarf or the human?
Human.
The human? Okay. The Aranis.
Because I think that dwarves can take on each other.
Hmm.
Dwarf on dwarf
He's not really a
action.
dwarf anymore,
Dwarf
is
on
he?
Dwarf action.
A little dwarf on dwarf action.
Okay, wait.
So
So,
in this form,
uh,
just real quick question: in this
Mhm.
form, would all those runes they have not work? Or do
You
they-
don't even see the runes.
No, but I mean, I took note of them.
Yeah.
So
the
they
the
still
runes
have those
aren't
runes.
on their skin
Okay.
at this
And
moment.
this they
Because
changed
they've
their
opened
form, so
up
the
and have
runes are gone.
created.
Okay.
Yeah, so they don't work.
Yeah.
Will a 16, 12, 20? Will a 28 beat your spellcasting DC?
I highly doubt it.
So spellcasting page at the very top, it's going to be the number by itself right underneath your spell
31?
attack.
Say my
There's like a
spellcasting-
number all by itself with
Yeah.
there.
That's the one. That's the DC.
Say my spellcasting DC is 29,
right
so
there?
hers
Is
is
that
the
what
The
it's
total. The total.
Well, the total
It's-
is
Oh yeah,
21.
Yeah, it's her
Underneath the
spellcasting
total
plus
is
10.
31.
Yes, it's
Yeah, 31. Okay, so he failed.
Let's say yeah, 'cause mine's 29, so yours has got to be way.
So they, when he rolls against you, he has to beat a 31.
Yeah.
31.
So he
Yeah.
failed, which means he is now frightened 2.
Or
Nice.
both of them are friends?
No. Or she is.
I was-
She is. I'm sorry. Yeah, because you were doing it against the
Her.
female. Yeah. So she is now frightened 2.
So basically, she had 3 actions. Now she's got 1.
Well,
That's the
no,
first one,
she still has her 3 actions, but she's suffering a -2 penalty to
Oh, is it?
everything she
right?
does
Oh, I'm thinking
on her turn.
shaken. not
Yeah,
that.
that's shaken.
Right.
Yeah. Slowed reduces. Yeah.
Blah,
So yeah,
blah,
she
blah.
is frightened 2 at the moment, which means if she goes to attack or do anything, she takes a -2 penalty to it. So it's a good thing.
You did good, kid.
You did good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now, your cat, Azriel.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna put.
Where is the
You're still
kitty?
controlling the.
Yeah, I'm controlling him. He's
And
gonna
again, to the
do.
newcomers while he's doing this.
Yeah.
The reason he's controlling the familiars because in the new rule set, the familiar has their own.
Set of stuff that they can do.
And just to make it easier on
Yeah.
the newcomer, he's gonna take over. So she's gonna think twice as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be
So
200.
familiars, ranger pets, druid pets, stuff like that.
Mhm.
They're treated as minions, and I don't like the way that they're done, which is you have to give up your own actions to have them act. I don't like that because they are sentient creatures of their own.
So it makes
They
no
should be able to
sense.
do
That's
what
what it seems
they
like.
like. Yeah,
Well, no, they are. That's
Yeah.
what the way the rules are
Reading
written,
all
it even
that.
says they are.
they're sentient
their own
creatures.
creatures.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like I don't like that rule. That
So that's a home
yeah.
rule.
We're gonna be putting that in our notes.
Yeah, that's in our notes. This is how minions need to be. No, pet familiars and all that. So he's going to use the new ability he got from the hag.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
there's
is-
the familiar.
Yeah, which is the
dwarf
the
right
card I
now.
gave you.
And I get like a bonus to my defense now, right?
Yes,
Yes,
he is
yes.
going to use the cold iron cage.
Lucky bastard. 'Cause then they
If you
can't
want to
break
read out loud, it's kind of
Bonds? Is it bonds?
No, the spell cold
Probably
iron
something.
cage.
No, I gave her the
What?
note. I did brief abbreviations.
Would you like me to read it up? Read it up.
Bonds
Oh.
of iron? Is that which one?
Yeah. Hold on, don't worry about it. My handwriting is atrocious. I know.
You could say that. Yeah.
So it is. Oh, where's my? And his head. There we go. So he is going to cast Bonds of Iron. So he, what happens is he kind of like digs his nails into the floor of the cabin or the hut, and up around the Calavacus demon, the dwarf demon, forms a cold iron cage. And let's see.
Get up here. What are you doing? doing?
Okay, so he gets a
Cast a
plus
spell.
2.
What do you think I'm doing?
You were called? Yes, you were called.
What is your athletics? It's gonna be on the core page.
Well, I hope you didn't just fuck it up.
Probably
Zero.
something.
Get down. Come here. No.
It's all blank now.
Familiar just likes messing.
Ah! What?
This is making for great TV right here.
Okay, so I have to go back to my
The
course.
core, yeah.
Give
And
me a
look
heads up.
at.
So if I am going to be attacked, give me a heads
Look
up
up.
because I have a feat.
Okay.
So
What is your athletics?
10.
Is it?
Yeah. We never worked on my.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
We
that's fine.
focused strictly on other skills and
Uh-huh.
abilities and such.
it's all right. Next skill increase.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, I've been working my acrobatics, but now I'm like, okay, time to go for athletics.
Remember we had that one. I don't remember which character it was I was playing, but I got screwed on acrobatics every single time. So every character I've built since then, I make it a point to take acrobatics.
I still do
Okay.
like knocking his 2 rings and jumping.
So
because
as-
that was just
Knock.
hilarious.
As the cold iron
I need to
cage,
rewrite knock into this.
goes to like clamp up like a trap around the Calavacus demon.
Could be this guy. Who knows?
It catches its arm and its leg, but it was able to at least get most of its body away from the trap. But its arm and its leg is still kind of caught, and the bars are a little bit too tight against him. He's like, and he has one hand free with the great pick. So that's
Oh, with the great pick. Who can get that pick out of his hands?
You think
One of
because I
those.
have a pact?
One of you bitches.
Yeah. So it is now their
We'll
turn.
go with the guy who has the tentacles.
He doesn't have tentacles.
Do you wish to go now, or
Nope. I'm gonna let them do their thing first.
okay? So it's now their turn. She will. So she actually drops her sword and pulls out a bow. It's going to be her one action this turn so far.
Just FYI,
Mm-hmm.
just so you can do your rolls accordingly. I have foresee danger.
Okay.
So if a creature targets you with an attack and you can see the attacker, you perceive every possible way your foe's attack could land and attempt to avoid them all. So the triggering attack roll is against my perception DC instead of my AC.
AC. Okay.
So I'm just letting you know.
What is
before you
your
attack me.
perception AC?
So it's your perception plus 10.
Yeah, my DC is 31.
Okay. It's the same as your AC. So
No, my AC is 21.
I thought your AC was 31.
No, my AC is 21. My DC is 31.
Y'all have some weak ass DC.
How is your
armor
AC only
classes.
21?
Yeah.
My perception?
No, how's your armor class 21?
No, your armor
No,
class.
armor
Your regular
class-
armor class is 31.
I'm sorry. I was
Yeah,
doing the
yeah,
opposite.
you're
Yeah.
both of them are the same number.
Derpy
anyways.
derp.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
My armor class is I'm drunk, so I
That's
was
fine.
thinking AC/DC opposites.
Alternating current, direct current. Oh,
Yeah,
light.
see, you get where I'm going with
Yeah,
that.
your
My
balls,
mind.
balls to the wall or what?
Well, I'm just saying my thinking is not flawed. So yeah, it is 31 either way. Never mind.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's pointless.
that's what I'm saying. No, it's fine. I mean,
But I thought that was going to be a cool thing to throw out.
it
so,
will be.
Yeah.
It will be because you can actually
Yeah.
get your perception up higher faster than you
Oh,
can.
I'm going to now because
Yeah.
I'm going to be like
Yeah.
He's gonna
next
pump
skill
that up to,
increase. Yeah.
He's gonna pump that up to legendary here real quick.
Yeah.
Next
All
skill
right.
increase.
So, she is going to fire at Llewellyn because she's the one that sprung the trap on them, or well, messed with their plans.
Son
Your
of a bitch.
first attack.
Actually, it doesn't raise it that much.
She actually misses. Jesus Christ! I rolled a 3, but it barely misses. So she fires her first arrow, and it just like goes right by your head and sticks in the door frame. Her second attack. Actually, I cannot use that other one. Just can't. That's 3 actions. Okay. So she's gonna fire off one more time. Oof. That is going to be a 35, which is just a regular hit. Okay. That was not a crit. Good. Good. 2d8. Now the question is, because this is where it might come in handy. You can write on. Hold on, I'm gonna give you a note real quick.
Hey, you're passing my wife a note.
Yeah, I'm passing your wife a note.
Hey, you already passed her one today. Right in front of you, too.
That was it. That's the limit.
One a night or one total?
Depends on the night.
And how drunk you guys are.
Okay. Check which either one.
That's just because you
Write
don't
it down.
want to be
Just
in the
check one of them,
textbook.
then hand it back.
Oh.
Because I need to know this.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
pick
you also
one.
need to know what I'm going to do and when, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want a coin? Flip the coin.
We're on the Autobahn to drunk.
Well,
Did she
usually
get
I don't have the luxury of playing with somebody else who drinks as much as I do. So it's nice having somebody who
Enjoys the finer things with
yes. Now see the
All right.
when
all
I
right.
conceived drunken gaming.
Don't spoil it to the rest
Yeah,
of them. Just
while
like
I know, I know.
she's making her while
Yeah,
you're making her.
really
That's why I'm
just-
side talking while you're making your choice.
okay, that's fine.
Should I go with my own?
Go with your gut.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Go with your
When I was
gut.
perceiving
Okay.
#drunken gaming, the
I'm
whole,
gonna go
the whole
with what-
idea was is like the entire party would be drunk.
Okay.
Minus the
The Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master. So I'm happy when I get more than just me.
Okay.
I'm being it.
That's what I need to know. Okay. Oof.
Ooh.
So the arrow hits you in your shoulder,
Okay.
and it does 11 points of damage.
Ouch.
It also catches your robe on fire real quick, and it does 4 points of flaming damage. And then you can feel this evilness kind of hit your area too, and you take another
Come on.
3 points of damage to that. So it's going to be
18 points of damage. Owie.
yeah,
Physical, flame, and evil.
yeah.
Yeesh.
Okay. I'm out, bitches.
You're not out.
Need to take them.
That was like one
Y'all
attack.
need to take
No,
the
you
claw
still
off.
have a lot of
Yeah, that was like a scratch. You got
That's a
one
scratch.
attack.
But
scratch.
these two are making me take all the flack for,
waiting for
you
the
know.
There.
Correction, I was waiting for the
I haven't had a
investigator-
turn yet.
Yeah.
Her third attack,
I was waiting for the
even
investigator to do something, but now I have a plan myself.
her third attack will not hit.
What if I were to do?
Doesn't matter what you were gonna do because it's my turn next.
Oh, it's your turn next.
Because I'm
Okay.
gonna step
Well-
in
All
here now.
right.
So you're gonna step in right after her.
Once I see the bow
Okay, so
shots
you're
go.
gonna interject yourself. Okay, so it's gonna be the new stuff. It's gonna be Llewellyn, and then it's gonna be the Aranis, and then it will be you, and then it will be the Calavacus, and then it will be Dolgrin. There we go.
She dropped her longsword.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that at her.
Oh, you're gonna use your telekinetic projectile?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to shadow step into the main room
Why?
so that you can actually see it.
I saw her drop it.
Where are you at?
I'm still out the window.
Oh, you're still at the window. That's right. No, because where you're at, you can only see the dwarf,
Okay, then
the
I will.
demon dwarf. Yeah,
Okay.
you're to do that. You're gonna have to step inside to.
Okay.
Thank you for
Check to see if
specifying
Yeah.
dwarf over dwarf.
Yeah.
My people appreciate
Yeah,
it.
the demon dwarf.
So then I'll use the first move to step inside so I can see
Okay.
all this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I heard a sword clank against the ground and saw blows coming out.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
Something.
So as you step inside, where do you want to be?
I want to be basically like so
So
where
from-
was I?
So
where
here's
was
the window
fireplace?
that you were at.
Where was the fireplace?
Okay, the fireplace is right here. At the corner, you can see the dwarf, and you can see him kind of hanging out
So
of.
the dwarf was on the right side of the fireplace. She was on the left side if I was facing the fireplace.
As you were facing the fireplace on the opposite side, he is on the left, according to you, not to them. So he's on the left. She would be on the right, but you can't see that because that is a solid wall right there with the fireplace. Because that's where a lot of the
And
pottery and
which part of him
stuff.
got caught by the cage? His
an
left or
arm and a
his right?
leg,
Left or right side?
right side.
Right
So
side.
as you see him, his back is to you,
His left side's
and yeah, his left side is free.
free. Okay, I'm going to step in just far enough to see who that is, what's going on the other side, and stay
Okay.
on his left side.
Okay. So yeah, as you step in.
Social media photo. No, play.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Yeah, as you step in, you can see him and his great pick, and then you can see that there is a sword in front of her.
Yeah, I'm going
On the
to
ground.
telekinetic projectile that into her.
Okay.
Preferably blade first.
Okay. Go for it. Roll
As
it.
long as I don't roll like a 1.
Yeah.
So what if I roll a 1? Okay, where's my
You're
spell
screwed.
attack? Okay, so did I accidentally kill the investigator? That's what I did?
Yeah, you go.
30.
That will hit.
Yay! This is the best part, though.
How much damage do you do with your telekinetic now?
66 right now.
66? Okay.
Next level, it goes to 7.
Okay.
That wasn't very good rolls.
How many dice you rolling?
Well, it's because it's heightened.
Ah.
Yeah, so your acid splash is, remember, 64. His telekinetic projectile is the same way.
23.
23?
Not too bad. She's probably pissed at me now, though, so you're in the clear. You're like, my own
Like,
sword
I
just
don't
stabbed
like
me. Wait a
that.
minute.
You see it like it like goes right into her side, like because you picked it up and you angled it right at her, so it's like coming
That was the
up
plan.
into her, yeah.
Yep.
And it's like in her gut. She's like, that's just a guttural thing, and she still doesn't have a mouth or a tongue, even though she transformed. She just doesn't have one. But she still has her bow on her hands. So yes,
That's
on
my
your turn. Is now
Calavacus.
Calavacus, and he is going to smack that cage. On the card, I have the AC for the cage that I gave you.
It fell down. I believe.
Oh, it fell down.
Wait, hold on. How did it fall down?
Basically, I
Good
just wanted
draw.
to see what they would do first before I attacked. So I don't mind
blame it on
being able
Cat.
to
Yeah.
hold motion.
Yeah, that's fine.
I prefer that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as you drop
So at
your
the
sword,
very
I'm like,
bottom,
perfect.
it says AC, hardness, and HP. What is the AC?
17
17? Okay.
or
Sounds
19?
about right.
Yeah, just go ahead and hand it back. It's fine.
19 or 17?
Do you want him to... Well,
It's probably 19.
Yeah.
I need to rewrite this. I'll type it up or something.
God.
Yeah, my pen is horrible. It's a 19. Okay.
Okay. Just hold on there for a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he hits it, and you can hear that metal on metal sound.
Owie. That's painful in the ears.
Yeah. Especially your ears.
Oh, yeah, with my heightened senses. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Does he break it in one hand?
No, he managed to because of the hardness, he only does 2 damage to it.
Suppose he hit it, but he kind of scratched it, really.
Yeah.
Is there any way I can gain an ability that I could weaponize my pipe smoke?
Actually,
Like turn it
You
into
yes.
a
can.
monster?
It becomes
A
a
smoky monster?
if,
No,
if,
I'll walk you through that later, but yes, you can.
if you can, it would become a blinding.
Well, no. Prestidigitation.
Oh, that's true.
Could do a lot. Well, anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But you can. You can.
It's
Yeah.
there. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'll work with my character so well.
Well, think Tim Kaine and what he
Yeah.
would do with things like little cantrips and shit.
Okay.
There's a couple of
Hits
ways
it
we can do that with
again?
yours that you're going to be a really big pain in the ass. That's the best way to say it.
I'm keep.
Because I've dungeon mastered for people, no names mentioned, Fluffy that have done that shit.
I'm liking Dolgren. I'm liking the inspector class, and I am going to
Okay. So
convey that to the good people at Pathfinder on this. So, yes, I'm really digging this Inspector. At first glance, I mean, it's all about... Yeah, it's all about...
It's very niche.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, it's got a lot of things you can do.
Yes, at first glance, I mean, he almost... In a way, it almost kind of... I don't have the experience enough to, I guess, find the right thing that... But, like, if you find somebody who's not very martial, like, maybe like a monk or something like that, but then you work them into this, like, just... You add science to everything, and it's just...
Yeah. Well, if you were to archetype investigator into a variety of things we had talked about, monk, ranger, rogue, or any spellcaster, they get freakishly scary.
I looked at doing some fighter, doing some monk, something like that, but I was just like, wow. The investigator just based off of
what it can do. He's got some pretty impressive stuff.
For the survey, it's best just go full investigator.
And that's why I'm going full investigator. But I mean, I was so thinking about some of that stuff, and I was like, wow, this is...
Yeah, after the session, we can walk you through some really cool
So you just hear 3 metallic bangs against this cage, and it does not budge.
So is that like knock 3 times on the floor?
Yeah,
if you're gonna,
But you can see that it's kind of burning into his skin a little bit.
I'm always looking for an episode title, so yes.
We got it. Knock 3 times. Oh, for fun. Knock. Gotta use his name.
That would be cool if we could bring him in.
So yeah, as you see him banging, you can see that the iron cage kind of burns his arm and his leg as he pulls and while banging it, you can see it like sizzle in the air.
So what size is that pick of his?
It's because it's a great pick. It's a 2-handed.
Okay.
But he's just that strong.
He's that big.
Yeah.
What's it made out of?
Roll a nature. Yeah.
I don't know then. Where's my nature?
Okay. It's metal.
36.
Okay. Yeah, it's just metal.
Steel.
It's
cold
steel.
Steel. Okay.
It's steel. It's regular steel.
It
is now.
What I'm thinking. What you're thinking. I'm thinking is what I'm thinking.
It is now Dolburn's turn.
All right. I have no idea what the fuck just happened. I forgot everything we just talked about.
So, the dwarf that turned into a demon is half in a cold iron cage and is beating it with his pick. The flaming wraith mini Balrog bitch shot your wife, her character, in the shoulder, did a lot of damage, and got stabbed by her own sword.
Yeah.
Where's she at? And
they're both in front of the fireplace still.
Okay.
So you can either go for that one that has her bow, or you can go for the former dwarf. That is still kind of locked in place by the cage.
I'm gonna go for
I hold my action. What I do? I do this stuff.
The chick.
For now.
Okay.
I mean, the dwarf is not a concern. Go for the immediate threat.
Okay. If you want, you can put Silver Sheen on your pick real quick.
Right away.
No. Well, first off, my first move, I am going to study. Whatever the fuck it's called.
Study target.
Study target.
More or less.
No.
Yes. It's same difference, but it's by another name under the end. Study subject.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the second, yes, I'm going to kind of do that.
Okay.
And then my third move.
You'll only be able to move. That's it.
Well, I was just saying. I mean, am I not next to her? I gotta move.
No. You're still about 10 feet.
Okay, so yes, the third one I will move to position myself.
Okay. That'll be the end of your turn.
And be readied.
Okay, we are now up to Llewellyn.
Llewellyn's turn again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
You and Azrael's turn.
And I'll explain why I did that on the next turn.
Okay, so who's the weakest of the two?
It's 6 1, 1/2 the other, because one is a demon, one is a wraith.
Does she have the ability to crush her cage?
Well, she's not in the cage.
No, but she
the
built
cage.
the cage.
The
Can she constrict
the
it?
familiar is the one
Familiar
that
is the one
constructed
that
it.
Oh,
But once it's in place, that's it.
Alright.
It's
I mean, there's not another spell
Because
you can
once
shrink it.
no, once you go to
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but no,
Okay.
because it itself is a magical effect in a sense.
Right. I just didn't know if you could magic a magic.
No, anything that goes to alter it immediately turns it into rust, and it just.
So what if I were to use acid splash?
Acid splash on the door.
Or
Or-
Both.
On both.
What if I were to try and hit both?
Well, you have. How big is the fireplace? If it's 5 feet or less, then it would.
Yeah,
hit
you
both.
can, because tech.
Splash damage would hit both of them.
Yeah,
Computer's frozen.
your feet are frozen.
My computer.
My feet are frozen.
Okay. Yeah, if you go to use your acid splash, yeah,
The one is immune to that. That would hurt quite a bit.
yeah. I mean,
That would be full
it
damage.
would hit both.
Because it's an ancestry feat.
Yes.
Yeah, so with that, you'll be able to change it to any element you want, and it's only one action to cast it instead of the 2. So you can use it 3 times this round if you want.
I would do that.
takes each
A
attack
stacking
takes
penalty,
a minus
but yeah.
penalty. So the first one's at your full attack penalty. Next one's at a -5. Next one's at a -10.
I would do it once.
Do it once, see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your spell attack.
Which is ungodly to begin with.
Yeah. Was it 21?
No, it was higher than
20?
that. She rolled a natural 20. Holy.
Okay, what is it with your spell
Yeah.
attack?
That's a critical.
You know what's your spell attack?
Let's see.
Because,
Under spell casting?
Yes.
yeah, it's a lot higher than mine is. I remember that much.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
What's your spell attack?
Ooh. It's blank.
Did
I wonder if my
get it
cat
raised? Oh,
screwed it
probably.
Hit the back arrow. See if that'll do anything.
I don't know.
There's notes.
Oh, wait, hold on.
If you notice, the cat has not climbed on my computer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, because I keep grabbing him.
it's all erased. Go back to
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Now-
Control Z might return it.
No, it's all nothing there.
It's all gone.
Okay,
You know
real
what?
quick.
I have it written down. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I was gonna say,
And then add 1 to it.
Hold on.
It's like, what was it? Was it a 31?
it was freakishly high.
Yeah, we actually ran out of printer ink, and that's what she has on written
Yeah.
down. If we had our printer, she would have actually had all that stuff printed out because she's like kind of going the.
She's trying to learn what her.
She
style
doesn't.
is.
She enjoys. She likes the spreadsheet for quick reference.
Yeah.
She's learning the type
The
of
paper
gamer
is a
she
lot better, yeah.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
she's more of a pen
Old school,
paper
yeah.
kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. Because, I mean, especially in this situation when you got a familiar actually
Yeah.
with you.
14? Is that right?
14? No.
24 would be more accurate.
Yeah, I think it's 24.
Because it's your primary ability. My spell attack is
Yeah.
19, and I just do it with cantrips as a
Yeah.
as a,
So
as
it's-
a racial thing.
At that point,
It's a
you
44.
are expert or...
Actually, you know what?
She
Hold on a
should
second.
be expert, yes.
Master.
Oh no, I'm sorry, no, she should be master at this
Okay,
point.
so
Hold on.
master is
6
6 plus her
13,
level.
19
It's 19.
plus her
Hold on.
modifier.
It's not.
Plus
What is your-
modifier.
You are it's wisdom, right?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. What's your intelligence modifier?
What's your intelligence?
Go to core. and
Oh
then
no,
right top.
the sheet got oh.
Oh, the entire
What
sheet
did
got
you
deleted?
do? Would you not mess with that?
I'm pulling it up.
I think it's 23.
Go core.
Because she has 19 for her intelligence.
Is it
That's
5 or
plus
6?
4.
Roll it.
Wait,
Because she bumped it up above
Hold
18.
on.
It's
Yeah.
19 or
No, we got it. It popped back up.
it's 19.
I just had to reload the page,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
and then yeah, that's because I'd already saved it earlier. So
Okay.
there you go. Look for
Okay.
whatever that first
19.
number.
Intelligence, 19.
19,
Four,
okay.
so 23.
Yeah, so your attack is 23.
43.
So that's 43. Jeez.
That's got to be a critical success.
That is crit on both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, when we write the playtesters, which is OP, we need to nerf that shit.
Put
Yes, I was thinking the same thing the other day.
This is how scary this is because...
No, the witch is extremely
Well, wait a
overpowered.
minute. Hold on. Does she get a bonus to attack from your investigator?
If
I thought it was only skill checks.
I
want to make sure. I want to make sure.
I think they only get it if I'm like actively investigating, not if I've studied the target.
Okay.
I have to clue them in.
Okay.
And I haven't specified I clued them in on my studied target.
Okay. Shit, because she was 2 points away from.
I clued her in.
She's 2 points away from a insta kill. And at this point, because she rolled a 20. She can't get it.
I did. No, I clued her in.
I'm just letting you know.
No, I didn't have the time to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
If I would have, I could have, but I didn't.
Yeah. Okay. So they take a crit. So what you're going to do is roll your d4.
Which one is that?
The pyramids.
The small pyramids.
One?
Both of them.
About 2?
Yeah, and we are going to times that by
a shitload.
Because it's 6 normally. This is times 2 now.
So she's rolling 2, so it's times 3 times 2, so times 6, whatever she rolls.
Times 6, yeah.
Plus 1, plus 2, plus 1.
Well,
plus the ability mod. I'm sorry.
Yeah, plus ability mod. Yeah.
Roll it.
Okay, just roll. Yeah. We got it.
I know what the map is. Just roll it. Just roll.
Roll 4s.
She rolled 3 and 3.
6.
So that's 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 6 is 42. Plus so 46 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
46 to both of them. Holy fuck!
Wow. Sweet bejesus. Okay.
Okay, can you just roll for me from now on too? Are they dead?
No. These things are...
Let's see, I have 100.
Alright, bitches, I did my shit.
That's
Time
right.
for y'all to do
Actually,
more.
no.
Wait.
You got 2 more actions.
I do, okay.
Yes.
So
So
if
then
you want to roll it again,
Who's the
5.
Who's the developers?
Paizo.
Paizo. So Paizo, if you come across this, your witch is just a little bit teensy
Actually,
tiny.
that's not even just the witch. A sorcerer or wizard can do the same thing. Even a druid.
Okay, so your magic.
Okay, so
Magic folks are also
you guys might want to turn that down a
whatever
notch.
you roll. If you want to do it again.
Subtract a 5.
What we need to do is
So you can either use your acid splash again, or you can do another regular spell. In this case,
what has happened to them?
So what kind of damage did you want to do to them? Acid, cold, fire, which isn't going to work on one of them, electrical, or
Sonic,
or force. Yeah, but no, that's not.
Well, force is what they changed into.
Yeah, force. Yeah. Anything but fire. Yeah, anything but fire. Yeah.
I would say just do the regular acid because that has a lingering ability too.
Well, that's the thing with the acid, it's now persistent as well on both of them.
As I'm saying, I would do the acid just because it's persistent.
Okay, so you're gonna do the acid.
Acid, do the acid.
Yeah, acid.
Okay.
Yes, that's best. Okay,
Yes.
so as you're like, and you fling out just this acidy attack at them.
Think like a fan of knives, like you threw like a whole bunch of.
and you manage to, as you fling it, use both of your hands. You kind of do that, and it hits both of them. And you can see that on the airness that her breastplate just starts melting in the center.
Breast.
Yeah.
After dark.
And then it hits her actual breast. But you can see that it just starts eating away at her chest, and most of her shoulders also starting to go away as well.
How bad's the smell on this? This has got to be pretty nasty. Fire
Hold
with
on.
acid.
Hold on. As it hits the dwarf, you can see that it's kind of etching the cold iron.
So now he's the Terminator.
Yeah. But as it hits him, it just... Because just the angle is his face just is like just starting to be etched with that acid. And you can kind of see like the cheekbone underneath and a portion of his jaw. And as it drifts down his shoulder that was trapped by the cage, as that arm is now severed off. from
He's
where
almost
it was.
free.
So his
Leg's
arm,
still cut.
yeah, he's no longer connected by his arm. He's just connected by his leg.
So he chops his own leg off. Then we're
Yeah.
Then he's half mobile.
Did he have anything in
Tis
that
but a
hand?
flesh wound.
I've had most.
Did he have anything in that hand?
No, the pick was in the other
In
hand.
the
Yeah,
other
the
hand.
pick is in.
Although now
Okay.
he's
his
got a
left
lot of
hand,
trouble
yeah.
swinging that thing. 'cause
Yeah.
he's got
So his
one
right
hand.
hand.
He'll take a penalty to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
no
Um,
longer a two-arm weapon.
yeah. So, with that, you can actually cast one more regular spell. And I would suggest
You're covered in.
Azrael kind of nudges you and says, Stormwrecker.
Oh shit.
So, this is a level 6. Is it 6 or 7?
With a DMX recommendation.
Yes.
Yes. Spellwrecker.
Is it spell record?
Yeah, so Spellwreck is a 6th level occult spell. You cause any spells cast on the target to spill out their energy in harmful surges. So, it's going to take your last 2 actions.
Shit.
She has to beat your DC with her will, which I will roll right now if you want to use it. But if she just gets a success, any spell you use against her, which we should have flipped this the other way, but that's fine, whatever. Whenever the target becomes affected by a spell with a duration at any point, which we're going to use in a little
It's actually
bit.
any spell that does damage. Period. I'm looking
No,
at
no,
right
it's
now.
duration. Anything with a duration.
You cause any spells cast on the target to spill out their energy in harmful surges. Actually, doesn't say it has to be a
Yeah, Under
Oh, there it is. Persistent. Okay.
yeah.
Next line down.
It reduces the remaining duration of spells affecting it by 1 round, but they take 2d12 persistent force damage
So
with the damage that's being used against
Yeah.
it. So it wouldn't have mattered anyways. But yeah, so
I
you
guess
spell
my
wrecker,
camera
and then
is-
any spell that has a duration to it that lasts several minutes.
which acid does since
Yeah.
it's on them.
Well, no, that's persistent, which is
It's a persistent damage.
You gotta point up.
yeah, that can work.
Someone
Yeah,
above you.
It was
So, yeah.
caused by a spell with persistent damage.
yeah,
It's the
it'll
definition.
take 2d12. Yeah.
No, on the screen. So in here, so when we talk to each other, we gotta be like,
Trying to get the Brady Bunch stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, if you want to use the spell wreck, it will take a 6th level slot. So you'll have 3 of them left. But this is going to be a quick way to help end her.
So here's my question then.
But it depends on my
What's
roll.
her?
Right now.
What is her base will save?
But I also have Elven
What is your base?
Purview.
What is your spell attack or your spell DC again?
Yeah. Well, it's the 23 plus 10,
so
so it's
33.
33.
I'm just trying to figure out if there can be a critical failure or not.
Yes, there can be a critical failure.
Okay. Just checking. Anyway, this could be good. No, he's gonna.
No, I got to roll against your DC. Yeah, which is the 30.
So if he fails
So
his
spell
check against your
wreck.
difficulty,
Spell
Yeah.
wreck.
Spell
Spell
wreck.
wreck.
Spell wreck.
Rack.
Rec.
W-R-
W-R-E-C-K.
No,
Rack.
A.
Rack.
Is it a
Rack.
it's an
Wreck.
A. W-R.
Spell wreck.
Okay, yeah, W-R-A-C-K.
Nuts.
And I'm the sober one, shit.
Okay.
Actually,
Am I in a tunnel? Are you in a tunnel?
Is it rack or wreck?
It's
Rack or
rack.
wreck?
Like, being put on the rack.
okay, so 28 will not beat
So
Your-
success.
your DC, so it's a failure. So any persistent damage does not end on their own. So any persistent damage that's done to her will do the 2d12 damage, additional damage to her, but at the same time it will not reduce the duration of that spell. Which is really good, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to last
So
its full...
basically, the acid
Yeah.
got
So
on
do
her,
I have to
and now
roll
you.
again?
No. No.
The acid got on her. You did that. Awesome.
Okay.
Now, what you've done is this next spell you've cast is while that acid is on her until she finds a way to get it off of her, she's going to take the original acid damage plus an additional 2d12 in force damage, and the duration doesn't get short, so it's going to stay on her until she gets rid of it, basically.
Oh, okay.
Or until
Yeah.
she dies, whichever comes first. And her death is very imminent at this point.
Very close.
It's getting there.
She's going to take...
scarred.
Well, I mean,
Scarred.
here's the other thing.
Well, she's
because
taking 6d4 plus 2d12 in damage every round until she
now
goes off.
at the end of this turn, she will no longer be frightened, which is fine. But yeah,
so
I mean
that's
that's
the
why she was
duration of one
failing
turn.
so bad. Yeah. So Azriel,
So you whooped her ass pretty good there. Overpowered little witch.
this is
I
where
helped.
this is
It's
where
shake and bake, and I helped.
you did help. You go, you.
I am going to tweet Kaizo
Where
Tell
is
them
it?
to make their witch.
directly.
The witch needs to be more weak sauce.
Where's my tendrils?
No, I like
Black
the witch.
tentacles. There we go.
I like the witch.
Yeah,
Well, it's
which
a spellcaster in
is
general, but
yeah, spellcaster's a general, but witch still. I mean, because of the way we
The-
built her. Yeah.
Yeah, the way your character was built
Okay.
in general is. It's kind of like the Punisher movie with Thomas Jane and John Travolta. You are not a nice person.
Okay. What is your spell attack again? It's 23?
23.
23? Okay.
So her DC is 33.
Oh shit, yeah,
Wait,
this is gonna be... This is for Astral, her familiar. Since I'm controlling that one. Okay. So, you notice that Astral starts going, "Heh! Heh!"
Hairball! Hairball!
And then you see this black ooze just kind of come out of its mouth and then seep into the floorboards. Azrael.
Azrael.
Yeah.
Your cat's name is Asha, isn't it?
That's what you used Azrael last,
You
right?
said Astral.
Azrael.
Azriel.
Or do you just want to use zero?
You can call it Zero.
Battle Cat!
Battle Cat!
It is now Battle
At this point, it's Battle Cat. Yeah, fuck it.
now, Battle Cat, or are we going to call it Battle Kitty?
Battle Kitten!
Battle Kitty.
Okay.
Battle Kitten? Yeah.
So, as that happens, these black, oily tentacles shoot up underneath the floorboards, underneath the dwarf demon and the human devil. And it grapples the devil's legs and pulls her down onto the ground as she was floating in the air. And the other one just wraps around the leg and the arm and trying to pull that dwarf down. But that dwarf it's pretty strong in that form. However, oh god, this is great. Okay.
So not fair.
Okay, so they both take 10 damage from the tentacles.
Because they haven't taken enough damage from spells from the witch and her yet. 46 points is all. Only 46.
And however, because it is a duration spell,
Where's the 2d12 and the
2d12, yeah.
and 64? Persistent is also the same.
Oh yeah. Well, the acid's going to be at her turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
If she's not dead yet, she'll be soon.
you can actually tell that her spark is starting to fade.
Can I
a little
drain
bit.
her?
Yeah, you could.
I want to do that.
If because she is now flat-footed at this point because she is being grappled down. In fact,
I have to get a huge bonus to my grapple check.
it will be her turn and then it will be your turn.
So if she doesn't break free, well, even if she breaks free, I'm still gonna try.
Yeah. I mean, she still has to
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and
get rid of it, but yeah. So yeah, the witch and her familiar are just fucking owning shit. I mean, they're fucking these guys up, which is great.
Liza, you did a good job with your spell characters,
Yeah.
but I hate them right now because they're taking all the glory. Fucking glory hogs.
So you see that these tentacles are just like gripping and pulling at their limbs and stuff, trying
Pretty
to.
sure I recognize the spell.
Yeah. In fact, it's one that was used on you. It's tentacles. It's the black tentacles.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's fun. Nasty spell.
Fuck off.
And the dwarf,
Don't look at me like that.
as it's
Fuck
being
off.
grappled, you can see that the cold iron bars are starting to rip even more into its flesh. And it takes...
Can I drain him being covered in rock? I don't think I could do that. Her I could do that.
She's the only one that feels distinctly magical.
Yeah.
He's just a demon, but at the same time, not really magical.
And he's a rock.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, so it is going to be the chick's turn. Her Aranus.
Aranus.
Yeah, that's the name of the demon.
Attractive.
Yeah.
Attractive, honey.
Hey, you married her.
Yeah.
Or did she marry
That's
you?
why I'm saying. Because she's attractive.
So is my girlfriend. She does the same thing. Although she doesn't drink beer, she's a vino. She likes wine.
She should come.
Oh my
God.
We'll have wine. We'll drink wine and beer.
I like this typed up like some long ass tweet, and it's not even showing up.
Aww.
I don't know if it didn't go through. I'm not going to double tweet it.
She's trying to shoot at the closest person, which is Dahlgren, and she's just missing because of those tentacles. Every time she goes to shoot, they like shift her body enough that she just pulls. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 1. It's not critical failures because
They're high enough.
things
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
exactly,
like
yeah.
Jesus Christ. And then now it's your turn, TNT.
Okay, I am going to grapple and I'm going to drain this bitch dry.
Okay, go ahead and roll your grapple. Athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
So my athletics is a 20. I just rolled an 18.
Okay, was that
38.
overall? 38. That is a critical. Because her DC is 27.
So I beat it by. Okay.
You beat it by 1.
Yeah. So hey, all that's a critical.
Yeah. So that's a critical. Go ahead and. Ooh, how am I going to do this? Yes, so that was good. She is now drained 1
Okay.
at this point. Go ahead and roll a will.
What if I don't want to stop until I drain her dead?
You still need to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because this is going to determine what happens afterwards.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So at each step, you got to roll this anyways. Because this is the beast coming out inside you now.
35.
35? Okay, so on that first bite, you start training her, and you don't even feel the flame on you, because as soon as you're draining from her, any of that damage is just repairing itself. But your wits are still with you, and the beast is like, feed, but you're like, I know, I am.
I am.
Go ahead and roll another will.
24. That's not good.
The beast is starting to take over.
Yeah.
He's like, I want more. Roll one more time.
And 36.
36.
Should have been good enough.
That scares you just a little bit. That it was that strong of a feeling, and you. Howdy, King OW. King Ow? There we go. Yeah, as you drain her of that last bit, you pull away and you can feel all of her life essence inside you. She falls to the ground, and the black tendrils just kind of snake over her completely and just keep her lifeless body pinned to the ground.
But she dead.
She dead. She is effectively dead.
Oh yeah, that was some tasty shit right there.
You hit her at drain 3. She's dead at that point. With how many? She only had 59 hit points left. And after you drained her each time,
That's like, what was it? That's my level plus something.
Yeah,
she's dead.
Yeah, you're dead. She's dead.
Oh yeah.
Although technically you're undead. So yeah. Dahlgren,
Yes.
it is now your turn.
Thank
Who's
you.
left?
Thank you.
Kalivak.
The dwarf that turned into
Yeah,
a
the
demon
dwarf.
that pisses you off because
Yeah.
he was once a dwarf.
And does he have his cage around him still?
Yes, it's still around his leg.
He's got
His
one arm now.
right arm is completely
Gone.
off. Yeah, because of the acid.
Yeah.
You can see that, like, even underneath, it's like the bone is just being exposed
All right.
at this point.
I'm just gonna take my bludgeon side and just whack him upside the head
Okay.
at this point, at this juncture.
Are you gonna just try and knock him out? Keep him alive?
Yeah.
And question? Okay.
Yeah, we can question him.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
So can we kill him now, sir? Oh, we're not killing him. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, so this is going to go against his Fortitude DC at this point.
Alright, so what am I trying to beat? Or what am I rolling?
Attack.
We're in Texas. That's why we keep it open. Your attack?
Yeah. So strength.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
just
it's-
regular melee strike.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, here in South Texas, it's 46 degrees outside-ish right now. I'm the wuss. I get cold easily,
21,
so I've got a heater at my feet, but other than that, I'm good.
It's nice.
Where are you at, King? Jeez. Negative 43.
Fucking
What is that?
Two liters.
sorry.
You in
I got-
Siberia? Are you like in
Utah?
Canada? Or
Utah?
What is
North
that?
Dakota?
International
I have
Falls?
I have a frozen
Utah? What part of Utah?
device.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
6, so strength
I got 2 brothers living in Utah, so I'm curious.
plus
Your level.
13.
Plus 13. Plus, well, you master and... Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 6. So that's 6. So that's 19 plus your strength.
Okay, I got a brother that lives outside of Salt Lake and one that lives in Salt Lake, so, okay.
19 plus my strength.
Oh, okay,
That's
cool. I know
19
cash
plus
values.
16.
Salt
No. The modifier
No,
for
he's-
strength.
Oh, 3.
So 3. So that's 19 plus
That's
3.
where my older brother's
Yeah.
both live.
So that's
Utah.
22 plus your roll.
6.
My parents moved last month to Buell,
29.
Idaho. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
A lot of
as
family up there.
because he's flat-footed at this point, so he takes a -2. too.
Flat-footed? He's about to be one-footed.
Yeah. So yeah, you clobber him straight across the head, and you just like. But he kind of looks back at you. Go ahead and roll damage. It's 1d6.
Now here's the real question.
Actually,
have you been
it's-
watching enough Columbo to master
Or-
5d6. No,
It's
I
just
haven't.
one more thing.
Because I haven't had the opportunity for one more thing because people keep fucking that up.
Well, hey, you know what? I left one
I was
alive.
on the right path with the old lady until this happened.
Notice it was not me this time. Okay, in my defense, I didn't
I'm
do
not saying
it.
it's a bad thing.
Are you blaming me?
No,
No.
I'm just
No.
saying I haven't had it.
I'm blaming the dungeon
I'm
master
trying
because
to
that's the
build.
role.
No, okay. All right.
It's not my fault she rolled off.
That's true.
My inspector, I had kind of tried to build him off of a Columbo type character.
But you would have,
Which, I mean,
sucked because they were evil to begin with.
no.
Well, all the bad
Have you
guys-
ever watched Columbo? He knows this shit. But he comes back with the just one more thing, and they sink themselves.
Yeah.
But before I could actually just one more thing them, you you just one more
Fuck
thing.
it, get right to the
That's exactly.
case.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, whatever.
Can you grab me the? You want the vanilla or regular cola?
No, I'm good.
Can you grab me the vanilla cola, please?
You want vanilla?
All right,
Yes, please.
because I studied the fella.
Mm-hmm.
I got my studied strike, which is 4 DC plus the 1 DC.
1d6. Okay.
Oh,
So it's 1d6
Yes.
for your pick,
yes,
and then 3d6.
4. I upgraded to 4d6.
Oh, because you went to 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 46. You're missing.
That's 5d6.
Yeah, it's 5d6. So it's
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of
Put
damage.
that back.
Plus
That back.
1.5 times your strength, which is 3.
I'm not drinking that. Put it back.
I won't drink it.
4.
You want that right now?
Maybe later.
No, it's either now or never.
Yeah, because we're
So
we're
20
almost
points
done
of
for the
damage.
night.
Later
Next
night.
Okay. So yeah, you clobber him right up against the head,
Next game.
but he is still awake.
He's still
They're
standing.
like, we're getting into an argument over beer.
Yeah.
We're like, guys, we're trying to play a game. And everybody's like,
Hey, this is
That's
#drunken
it.
game.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
So yeah, you clobber him against the head, but he takes it and he looks at you and he's got a pissed look on his face. It's like he can't do anything right now.
Well, he's got one arm free. Not that
Yeah.
it's gonna do him any good, but
Yeah.
well,
So you got
you
2
should
more
take
actions.
some damage against it. All right.
No, he took damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna whack him again.
Okay. Remember it's at a -5.
So I do the d20 again.
Yeah. Just roll higher.
Blow, baby, blow.
need some of your good luck.
There we go.
What is
But
that?
what is it?
The 13 is
Hey,
higher than what I was
What
rolling.
is it really?
He was rolling threes.
Yes.
Hey, that's a good number.
All that number. Remember all that?
I love
Mhm.
13.
It's my favorite number. It's my birthday.
Plus,
So it's 21 plus
we rolled 13.
21 plus 13.
Okay, 34.
Minus the...
Minus 5.
29.
Alright. So that's the attack.
29. You missed it by 1.
Oh, okay.
His AC is 30.
I'm not even going to try the
But
third
14
time.
is...
I'm just... You know
Oh,
what?
He's
no, you hit,
flat-footed.
yeah. So minus 2, yeah, you hit him.
I say, no, he's
Okay.
flat-footed,
Yeah, you hit
so
him.
it's like, it's a 30 at flat-footed.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
insanely high.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
good.
You barely hit him. But you
Damn
hit
it. Almost got away with that. Damn you, gadget.
Well, that's
Just kidding.
6, 7, 8, 9.
How many dice did you roll?
6,
He
7,
rolls
8,
5d6.
9,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Another good number.
So how many dice do you need? How many,
All of them?
Technically,
No. How many pairs of dice do you need for
Depends
D&D?
on.
Technically, one of each is all you actually need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you
If
can
like to do
multiply.
math.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Okay, so but you told me that I would need
Yes.
3
All right.
of these.
You got to look at the
Well-
way you want to play. All right. Okay. So,
Hey, let's
what
say
would
you have-
yield the higher outcome? Could you roll 3d4 and multiply it by 2, or do you think you would score? Where you have the
I was gonna say, let me do it this way. You
Yeah.
have a spell that does 6d6 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you want to take this, roll this one time, and multiply that by 6? So if you get a
Okay.
1, you got a 6. Or would you rather roll 6 of these and have the chance that you roll some 1s, some 2s, maybe some 6s? That's the key there.
That's what I was
saying.
trying to say. Thank you,
Jesus
Todd.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
I like to go.
Technicality.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
Oh my God.
You're doing great with what you have.
I say, you've been doing so good right now, don't
worry about it.
If it's not broken, fix
Like I
it, okay?
said, you've got a whole bag of extras if you just want to try the other.
don't, if you start rolling
Okay,
bad,
okay.
yeah, if you start
Yeah.
rolling really shitty, then you might consider changing it. But until
Yeah.
then, don't. You're good. You're good.
I've gone through at least 6d20 by now. I've thrown them out because I just
So you kept rolling 3s and 2s
No,
and stuff.
this one seems to be really doing it.
No, I'm serious. I've got like a pile of d20s back
You
here.
have,
He does.
you have one more action.
Okay.
Like, you hit him again, he's like,
I am going to just kind of give him an intimidating stare, kind of like, The Rock, one eyebrow raised.
okay,
As which to say to him, just give up, man.
roll your intimidation.
So...
Pretty good block.
It's off the board.
Yeah, roll it again. My bottle's in the way. I can't see
Oh.
it. You gotta get it within these.
Gotta get the line of sight. Line of sight.
What do you do?
I literally went from a 7 to a 6 to an 8.
So we're in that 6, 7, 8 range.
So it's meant to be. However, my intimidation
Is pretty high, isn't it?
is 30.
It's 30. What is it overall?
That's
So-
a 38.
38. Okay, so well, his DC is a 29, so you missed it by 1. You rolled a 9. Jesus, but you did manage to intimidate him. He's like, he kind of flicks his pick a little bit, slams his own head into it.
So that was suicide by cop then? Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I should have just rolled. Yeah. So yeah, he slams his head into the pick, and you can just see the blood drooling down the side of his face. His eyes roll up in the back of his head. And the acid just keeps eating away at his flesh, and you can see that the tendrils just. You can hear his bones starting to break in his legs and his arm as he just pulls him down even further.
Does his bones have the runes on them?
You would have to cut him open.
Cut that bitch
Highly
open.
unlikely. There were tattoos, typically.
Well, I was saying like none of the skin. I wanted to save the runes. But
No, I understand.
No, yeah, as he transformed himself, the
I mean,
runes, yeah.
I took sketches of the runes. And
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have
She
an
she
idea.
knows exactly what the runes are. Because she rolled
Nice
that
to the-
crit. No.
Be extra nice to the elf witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, be nice to the witch.
She'll
Yeah.
kill us both.
So he kind of just like slumps over, and then as the tendrils keep dragging him down to the ground, you just hear that crunching as the pick enters further into his skull as he hits the ground.
Yeah. What do I care? I
So-
just drained Arian.
Now, you are able to use your false life, or talk to
Oh, it'd have to be
talking corpse,
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
and you could do it to both of them if you want.
Okay, so is it the stabilized dying creature or?
No, talking corpse. It is a 4th level occult spell.
I will,
It's the one that you get to ask
up.
3 questions.
I've been looking for something because I was looking at that stabilize.
Mm-hmm. So stabilize makes it to where if one of your compatriots is
dying.
you can
stop
stabilize them, and they're immediately not dying anymore, but they still have to roll to get themselves back up. At this point, since
Okay.
both targets are dead, it's not going to work.
Okay.
Okay, so talking corpse, you grant the target corpse a semblance of life, which it uses to speak the answers to 3 questions posed to it. This spell calls on the physical body's latent memories rather than summoning back the deceased spirit, so the corpse must be mostly intact for the spell to function, which means the dwarf might not be able to do it because his brain's
What level did you say it was? 9?
4th.
So you
Fourth
can
level
cast
spell.
it.
5th?
Yeah, the more damage the corpse is taking, the more inaccurate or patchwork its answers are, and it must have a throat and mouth to speak at all. Yeah, which means the dwarf's not going to be able to do anything because his brain has been pierced.
Well, no, it
He can respond, but it's going to be very...
gobbledygook.
Yeah, it's not going to be great.
Who can understand gobbledygook?
He is a dwarf. We both at the same time point over it. So, that was the one that you used where you can bring him back to life long enough. Now, crit success, the target can lie or refuse to answer your questions, and the target's spirit haunts you for 24 hours, bothering you and causing you to be unable to gain any rest for that time. Success.
Okay.
Well,
the target
actually,
can
that's not
pulse
true,
information.
because the pick is in its head. It'll still be able to answer, but because of the damage it took, yeah, it's going to be a little gobbledygook. The other one will not be able to talk, because it does
Why?
not have a tongue.
Good point.
It still doesn't have a
Female?
tongue. Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
her name is?
There,
Catching up
yeah.
on the chat.
Has the
Team
acid
Utah.
fully, like, melted her?
Epic brewing in Utah, King.
What has
That's,
happened to her body?
So the acid that hit her was all up on her chest, and you, as both of them
Especially
are
with
dead
the
now,
tendrils at this
yeah,
point, it's
the
gotta be
tentacles
the way,
are starting to fade now,
Okay.
and you can tell that like her entire chest cavity is just crushed in on itself,
But not her.
but she still has no throat. I mean, no tongue.
She can't talk anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry.
what
I mean,
if
she'll be
were
able to, like,
What if I
moan?
were to be able to...
because the way that the spell is written, they're going to be answering.
That's true.
That's fine.
I'm frozen.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I
keep
almost
going.
want to, get rid of these and go after
The old lady.
the old lady.
Well, no, we're
Because
gonna
she
go after
opened
the
up
old
a
lady.
porthole
Yes,
and
and
left.
he's got his glaive.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm like, she's probably the main
I'm already
person
there.
Yeah.
that I want to go after.
We want to question the demon dwarf that's got a pick in its brain.
Yeah. What I'm
All
saying
right,
is,
well,
yeah.
let's question him and see what we
Yeah,
can get.
because you can use the talking corpse on him,
Okay.
and you can ask 3 questions.
What is your quest?
What is your name?
favorite color?
Well, let's do talking
What
corpse.
is your
on him.
quest?
Okay.
What
You walk over to him.
is the... And then I'll save it.
See,
You
this
kinda-
is why it's good that I don't have
awesome.
that ability because
Yeah.
those were the 3 questions I would ask.
So you walk
Well,
up to
what
him.
questions? I'm going to ask you what
No,
questions.
I would have done full
Monty
Monty
Python.
Yeah.
Python.
What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
What is the ass velocity of an unmated swallow?
Yeah. So you walk up to him. You kind of stroke the cheek that doesn't have the pick sticking.
Well, see, the cheek has... This one has the pick through
Yeah.
it. This one has acid on it, so
Yeah.
it's the cheekbone or...
That's true.
You pat it on the top of the head.
Yeah. Pat him on top of the head, and you breathe in that false life into him. You can see this little tendril of life go into him. He kind of takes this breath, like, and he looks at you. What questions do you want to ask?
Shorty, what questions do you have?
Did you
For
just
the
call the
dwarf.
investigator Shorty?
She did.
That's funny.
She did last week.
He's shorty to me.
I think that.
Who do you answer to?
Who does number 2 work for? Oh, sorry.
Basically.
Who do you answer to?
Granny Gret.
Where do we find her?
And where do we find her?
Fireplace.
That was about right because she got brain damage.
Last one. One more question.
Where did she go?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this?
Hoof God wants us to make him more powerful.
Hoof God.
Hoof, hoof,
Hoof
hoof
God?
God.
Sounds
God
like a
wants
satyr or
us
something.
to make him.
And then with that,
Two hoofs! Not one, but two hoofs!
Well, hold on.
not a
More
hoof
than
God,
one.
but a hoof.
Could be
It's
10.
not like a centaur. I got 4 hooves.
That's right.
And as he answers that, the life that you had given him just goes back at its mouth, and its eyes roll back up in the back of its head. It's like goes back to dead.
Is there anything special about that longsword?
You can pick it up.
I guess I will write that stuff
Just be
down.
curious.
I write it down.
Nobody else. is writing
As
it
you
down.
pick it up
That shit down, man. You're the.
and you use detect
whatever.
magic on it,
You're the investigator.
it's a regular longsword, but then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
flames sprout up on it. Magic's not coming from the sword, though.
I'm going to hold on to that.
Okay.
Is it coming from me or the hilt?
You.
Oh, okay.
Coming from you.
Because I drained her.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
Because as soon as you pick it up, you can feel that heat coming out of you, but the flame that's coming up isn't
What was her name? Granny what?
Granny Greta.
Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that more later.
Yeah. That's fine. Because you know where I'm going with that.
Yep. No, I'm just like, I picked up the glaive and I'm like, I'm just going to start collecting weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Azrael kind of walk over to the Aranus devil and kind of like pokes at it. Aww. The heart's gone, mistress.
What about the heart of the dwarven king?
And then walks over to the dwarf. He's like, this one's heart's still good, mistress.
Let's take it.
Got it out. Got it out. Y'all just hear.
I take note of her gutting the heart out.
Okay. Yeah, so if you want to take it
Are you
out.
watching this?
Well, I
it's the
can't
second
help
time
but
she's done
see
it.
it.
She
Yeah.
did it to the hag. She did it here, so you can't help but notice that she's
Yeah.
done it more than once.
Okay, so are you going to take out the heart?
Let me take out
Okay.
the card.
Yeah, as
Say
you
that.
use your claws and dig in, its flesh just starts like.
Now, hold on. Do you just like pry his chest open, or do you like Kaliman?
Kaliman.
Kaliman.
I do it primal.
Okay. Oh,
Primal.
that's great. So as you dig your hand in there, your cold iron claws are just like
Hot knife through butter.
hot knife through butter at this point, and it's even going through, and you just rip out the sternum to this thing, the bone, and you rip that off, and you're able to grab the gem and pull it out, and it's this strange emerald color to it.
I put it in my little pocket.
Okay.
I'll search
I'm
the
gonna
body.
save this for later.
That's your snack for
I'll
later.
search whatever pockets
Later.
are left.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll search the body.
Yeah,
for actual
as you go
physical
through it, there's no coins, there's no nothing on it. It's just a
So you're saying
melting.
They're all dead then.
Yeah, the armor's like melted that it was wearing. You know, there's a breastplate as well. That's
And
melted.
the other one?
The other one, its breastplate is completely just.
Is there any
Eating through
pieces
from
of
the-
Got no
either
clues
armor?
on it that worthwhile.
There are still pieces of both sets of armor that have not been etched away by acid.
I want to take a small chunk of each.
Okay, yeah. They're both made out of the same steel.
Okay.
There's no written down
No.
any clues that
No.
says like
The only thing that's
maps
left.
out the entire devious plan.
No.
No, we're
You
not
never
that
know.
well.
You never know if you don't ask.
That's
However, it does have its clan dagger still there,
Ooh. that could be
and the
useful.
pick is still there,
Mhm.
so you can actually grab that and use it if you
I'm gonna
want.
take a pick and a clan dagger.
What's your strength right now?
16.
Yeah, you're gonna have to boost that up
So
if
that's
you're
the
gonna
minimum
be able to
you
use
can
it.
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's a two-handed, but you're gonna suffer a -2 to your attack because you're at -1.
It's a
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna strap it to my back right now. I'm taking
Okay.
it as evidence.
Okay,
I
yeah,
may
'cause-
decide to use it.
Yeah, once you hit strength 18, you'll be able to use it without a problem, just because of the size. So you can take the clan dagger as well, if you want. The Aranist Devil also has its longbow that it was firing. You can take the longbow. It also had a quiver with.
I'll take the sword. Yeah, I'll take the bow too.
Take the bow.
Unless
And
you
the
want the
quiver?
bow.
I would like the bow.
Is it an
You're
elven
gonna
bow?
take the
That's the question.
Should be.
Well,
it
if
should
she
be
has
now.
Zelda with
Roll
familiarity,
perception.
she's good for anything anyway.
20.
Yeah.
My teacher asks questions.
7 on what?
Your perception.
4.
No.
No, your perception's gonna be.
Oh,
it's under
no,
the
is
core
it under
page.
core page?
Yes. I'm sorry. I thought you said 4.
Yeah,
That's
so
my
I
bad.
just said-
I was like,
we were like, no,
going
it's
down.
not tired.
21. 24.
So 21 plus your. Okay.
27.
28.
26. 28.
26. Okay.
28.
So you can tell that it is a composite longbow, and it has a +2 striking rune to it. So whenever you use it, you get a +2 to your attack. Okay. With it.
So now that she casts spells, now she has a bow, so she is strictly only ranged.
Well, not only that though, she knows it has a rune
on it that she can learn
so
to
she
cast our
can
stuff to.
memorize
Yes.
and add the rune to her own nail attack. She
Well,
can get the
the one that she had before was a striking +1. This is now a striking +2. So yeah, you're progressing on the runes.
+2. Yeah.
So if you want to take time, because now that your nails
Take time to
are
study the rune.
cold iron, you'll actually be able to use a nail to etch into their weapons.
That's true, because
right.
cold
Yeah.
iron is harder than all but
Yeah.
adamantium and mithril.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
except for adamantite.
Do I
that
add
one's the hardest
a
of
bow?
all.
Do I add a bow to this? To
Yes,
the,
under
Yes.
your weapons. Yeah,
You have the
You-
bow.
you can write it. We'll
We'll
write it
yeah.
down later. Yeah,
But
once
you
we
have
get
the
here.
bow, but now your claw attack has an additional +1 to what you already
Yeah.
have.
Once you
We'll
go
take
to-
care of all that.
Yeah, we'll
later,
deal with
though,
all that
when we
later.
level up and stuff.
Let's get into a fight right now.
Now, as you take the quiver off of her, there's no arrows in it, but as you use your detect magic, you can see that it's magical. If you want to use an identifying spell on it,
I would.
okay. As you use that and you start looking at the runes that are etched on it, you can tell that any time that you go to reach into the quiver, you will always find an arrow. Even though it's completely empty, anytime you go to reach out, you'll pull one out.
So it's Hawkeye's quiver.
Yeah.
No, Hawkeye
But better.
actually runs out of arrows.
Yeah,
uh,
okay,
it's-
actually runs out of arrows.
yeah, it's the Golas.
Yeah.
The other quiver.
Yeah. But yeah, they're just regular arrows that you can pull out. But at any time, you can use them to add certain spells to them for extra damage.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Well, anytime you cast a spell into an item of a weapon like that,
Yeah.
on bows or slings, it attaches it to its ammunition.
Yep. All right.
So basically, you just enhance your range on your spells.
Yeah, and as you search through the bodies and you search through the rest of the house, the only thing that's left is to see if you can open up the fireplace with the glaive.
Okay, I pull out the glaive and I make the attempt.
Okay. As you go to push it in, go ahead and make a spell attack.
Push it
You're
in.
going to attack the fireplace.
I want to attack the
I want to
dark.
attack the darkness.
30 overall.
Okay. As you push it in, you can see that the blade turns that color,
The blue-green hue.
that blue-green hue,
As you push it in.
and the blade disappears, and you can unlock it. And the portal opens up just as big as it was before.
Okay.
And on the other side, you can see the footprints leading out into kind of a dead forest. But you can there's still snow on the ground. It's a little bit higher than what y'all walked out into of the other cave. It's a little bit higher, but you can tell that somebody has definitely
Very recently.
trudged through, but also at the same time, massive swath of the snow is gone as well. And you can tell there's a horde of those hobgoblins that went through.
Tracking this is gonna be easy.
Go ahead and roll perceptions if you want. And after that, we'll probably call it on that.
37.
37?
That's
Well, if we're all doing the same thing, 39.
Yeah, since you're all doing the same thing, add 2.
30.
17.
What's your perception?
34.
34? Okay.
She's going to beat everybody because she rolled a 17. So 19 plus whatever she rolls, it's 20-something.
Perception 21.
40.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, y'all can tell that something was definitely being dragged along in the snow as well on a cart. Actually, it looks like it might be multiple carts. Don't know how big the carts because they're almost. You can see that there's at least 3 of them.
How's the weather right now?
It's you can see a little bit of snow coming down.
We need to move fast. We're not gonna have this trail for long.
Let's keep going.
All right.
And with that, we will call it a night.
Alrighty. So we will be back just for those of you watching the story. And not next week, but the week after, is that correct?
Yeah, not the 23rd, but the
30th.
30th.
That was the
The
last
Saturday
week.
after
Aw,
Thanksgiving.
it's my birthday.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh.
It's
No,
my
We're off.
birthday. It's
Your
my
birthday is next week, and that's why we're off. The weekend
Yeah.
after that, yes, the weekend of the
November
30th.
30th.
Yes,
Yeah.
November 30th, Saturday the
Your
30th.
birthday is the 23rd.
Yes,
Oh shit.
Saturday the 30th. We will be back for part 3 of Sleigh Bells Ring.
As always.
For all you guys joining us, as always, drink safe.
Responsibly.
There you go.
Drink
Or
responsibly.
be responsible. Be in an irresponsible manner if you
Be
must.
responsible.
Carry away.
How did you used to say
No, I'm
that?
saying be responsible, but sometimes people insist on being irresponsible in a responsible manner.
See, the Baron is pretty drunk right now.
This is my
He
house.
lives here,
I'm not
so-
driving.
Yeah.
Don't do what I do. Drink at your own home.
Exactly. So you're
It's
not
cheaper.
driving.
Yes.
That's true. too.
But yes, please join us. Hit that follow button if you haven't yet, because again, once we hit the magical number of 50, we will be giving away this Keen dice box right here. That is
Along with-
hand carved by this lovely gentleman, plus these dice
All the
that have been used in game,
Which is
guaranteed to give you the best rolls
really
of
good
your life.
rolls.
Guaranteed, or your money back, which this is
Well,
all free.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah,
Shipping and handling. That's the front.
with John covering. So therefore,
You even get the.
guaranteed great
Hashtag
rolls
drunkengaming.
or your money back. And since you're not spending money, and all that other good stuff. So give us a follow, give us a like. Just read our bio
Yeah.
underneath below, and it has everything we do, all the follows, all the
The Instagrams and
Instagram
Twitters.
screen
And,
faces and books of lore.
yeah, go follow
So-
our beautiful beards. Come on.
There you go.
That's
It is
You,
no shade
I mean,
November.
come on. With us, you get beer, you get beards, you get broads, you get.
I would say birds, not
Birds.
broads. Yeah.
I can find out
Birds
with
is
a
more
bird.
posh English and slightly less
Well, you're
sophisticated.
my
than
wife,
broad.
so you're
You
not
get
broad.
beer. You get.
Unless you're
beer,
calling
Uh,
Todd a broad. I mean,
you,
that's
get, you get beautiful young ladies. There we go.
Look,
Right?
it went with the beards and the beers.
What about men?
beards?
Young.
I'm
Unless
I
you're
can't.
unless you're playing a female dwarf, then maybe they.
Anyways,
Yeah, shout out to the
Anyways.
ladies.
follow us if you haven't yet, because we're a good time, and call us. So
If you're ever
All
in San
right,
Antonio
we'll see
area,
you guys.
like a live audience.
we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, November 30th, Saturday. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Bye bye.